All right, hello everybody, and welcome to a very special kind of impromptu episode of Show Us Your TDs. Show Us Some TDs. I don't even know what the name of this stupid show is, but we are here. We are live for the Michigan Wolverines as they head up to Camp Randell and take on the Wisconsin. That team, the Badgers. Yes, it's very early. I'm not ready to do this at all. My buddy here, Tyler Cintron, he's a big Wisconsin Badger guy. We came to you yesterday to give all sorts of picks. You stayed away from this game, but we're live now watching the game that has not started yet. You got to make a pick.
Well, I got to take Wisconsin by 2 then. I've never bet on Wisconsin or against Wisconsin. We just stay away. I don't care if they win by 1 today. I just want a Badgers win. You know, I am so near and dear to the Wisconsin Badgers. Obviously, growing up in northern Wisconsin, it's in the blood. The dog's name is Badger because of the Wisconsin Badgers. So we got a lot of stake and bounce back a little bit here after that fourth quarter debacle last week.
And I don't want to startle anybody, but we have a massive show coming for you for this game. O'Brien Schofield, former Wisconsin Badger.
All Big Ten.
Super Bowl champion with the Seattle Seahawks. It's going to be on the show today.
That's going to be fantastic.
Also, we had to get somebody. I can't even confirm if he's going to come on, when he's going to come on. But last night, Mario Manningham called me, which was a crazy in itself. He's going to be on the show today, probably. I cannot confirm a time. He might just pop in at any time. But Michigan Wolverines, Super Bowl champion with the New York Giants, Mario Manningham, on the show today.
Hey, if a Michigan Wolverine that has a Super Bowl ring wants to jump in at any time, they come and go as they please.
That's pretty. I mean, it's been fun trying to set this up in the last 12 plus hours, just because I've talked to so many people I didn't think I'd talk to when I woke up yesterday morning, and I've got 1.5-ish confirmed, I'd say. So,
and hey, if we pick a game for next weekend, see what we can do within a week to get some folks on.
All right. So my Fox app keeps going in and out on me. So that sucks.
Well, I can keep everybody posted live. If you've ever watched live football with me, sometimes it's a little bit entertaining, a little bit intense.
We are about to. Obviously, the game has not started yet, and I'm going to be behind anyway. I think the app is typically a lot slower. But let's go. You know what? After receiving a phone call from a former Michigan Wolverine, I woke up today and I said, God damn it, I'm gonna play the Wolverines plus 2.5.
You have to.
I have to. Can't do it. Can't bet against it now. Me and Mario Manningham are basically best friends.
Yeah, I mean,
so I gotta ride the Michigan Wolverines, baby. Let's go.
Yeah, it was nice riding with you for the first month, but now that you got Mario Manningham, I probably got to take the back seat.
Oh man, Charles Woodson just talked to Harbaugh. Harbaugh looked kind of weird. Did you see that on the app? He looked a little weird.
Yeah.
Does anybody else think that as well? Like, it didn't look like a normal Harbaugh.
No, he was looking a little pale, if you ask me.
Yeah, right. That's kind of what I thought too. Okay, well, they lied to me because they told me this game was going to kick off at 11 Central Time, and they're telling me delivery to kickoffs at 4 minutes and 20 seconds still.
All right, so it looks like I'm about 30 seconds ahead of you because I'm at 3:47, 3:46.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's about right, which is good. I'll get your reaction, then I can physically prepare for it.
And we can swear on this stream, right? I don't need to censor myself.
Fuck yeah, we can.
Okay, I'm just making sure.
Does Camp Randell look a little light today?
It does. I thought that too. Well, that was one of the first things that jumped out.
Like for a Michigan game?
Yeah, I mean, I agree. It's not a good. Well, hopefully, I mean, it's early. A lot of tailgating. A lot of the college students probably.
Yeah, most of that student body is now drunk and passed out in the parking lot.
Have you ever been to Camp Randell?
If I know.
Yeah, I've been there twice, and it is rocking. And it was both before I turned the age of 21. So let's continue to get this thing moving and hopefully do some live stuff at some of these stadiums.
Yeah, that would be something, because my dream is to see when the video surfaced about the jump around for the first time in like 2 years after the whole COVID thing. I got chills, man.
Yeah.
And doing that for the first time in a long time. That was great.
Yeah. I actually had to give a lot of people were tweeting about it, because football and gambling is getting a heck of a lot more attention than it ever has, obviously being more legal in more states. So I had to break down for a few folks the history of jump around and why it's awesome.
Oh, it's one of my top 5 like traditions, I think, like, for college football.
Absolutely.
It's so cool. Like, you think the Beastquake up in Seattle was cool. I mean, every Saturday home game, they have an earthquake up there in Madison.
Let me see if we can. I feel like you and I are going to be a little bit more entertaining than Joel Klatt. No offense to Joel Klatt, fantastic announcer. Just
100% offense to Joel Klatt.
Yeah.
That's like saying, like, no offense, but fuck you. Like, it's not like with all due respect, fuck you. There he is. I like Gus Johnson, though.
How can you not like Gus Johnson?
But yeah, look at Joe. Look at that fucking just leave it to Beaver fucking comb over he's got going.
Well, he was a Colorado quarterback, wasn't he?
Yeah, I think so. Can you hear the telecast on my thing? Because I want to like have it on, but I think YouTube takes us down if it's on at all.
Yeah, because we're such big fish and big players in the game right now.
Yeah, dude. Fox Sports is watching this. They're one of the viewers, and they're ready at any moment to take us down.
I wouldn't be surprised if they didn't have some sort of vanity search like, Wisconsin, Michigan, and have people all over it to make sure that there's not like illegal streaming of it.
Probably. It's probably the only people watching right now. Is Graham Mertz just awful? Because that's kind of the impression I got last week.
Well, so he was like the most hyped quarterback Wisconsin's got maybe ever outside of Russell Wilson. So he
seems to be the worst.
Yeah, and he just has not played good football this season. It's a running joke of who graded him a 4-star prospect coming out of high school there. But then again, 4-star quarterback, last season he came out and threw 5 touchdowns in that first game and then was pretty much out with COVID for the rest of the season. So he's really got only 4 games under his belt. And it's not like Penn State's defense is terrible. It's not like Notre Dame's defense is terrible. So we're looking on the bright side. For Sky, Florida game. I'm very high on Kentucky, very high on Florida. I think Kentucky can keep it within 1 score because of their defense. And, Mark Stoops is a heck of a football coach. But I don't know. Florida hanging with Alabama made me stay away from that game entirely because, again, if they kick that extra point and make it or get that 2-point conversion, I think Florida beats Alabama outright. If you can beat Alabama outright, I don't understand why you wouldn't be able to cover against Kentucky.
Well, I said it yesterday on our show. Them keeping Will Levis upright is so huge. The difference in his performance when he's got a clean pocket as opposed to being under pressure is so drastic. You don't put pressure on him, he'll pick you apart. You get to him, he crumbles. And Florida's got 16 sacks in 4 weeks. That pass rush might be too much for them to handle, and that Kentucky offensive line isn't. We'll see. I mean, I think it's going to be. I mean, that's going to be the absolute key to that game for me. Is going to be.
Yeah. And I think we're in for a wild ride across the board in the SEC.
No, it's going to be a great
day. Even today is just a great slate. Give me 2 seconds.
All right. Cade McNamara. What a cool name too. I like. He looks like a doofus, but what a cool name.
And completes his first pass. Oh, maybe not.
No, I'm clearly way behind. Is he only like 5'10"?
He looks like it.
He looks tiny out there.
So you're a college football buff like I am. Seeing that running back wearing number 2, do you remember Sam McGuffey? It was probably like
Sam McGuffey.
Yeah, you remember like the hype that kid got coming out. I remember watching his high school highlights on YouTube when I was in college, and just like jaw on the floor. I think he went to Michigan, then transferred to Rice, and then never heard from him again.
Oh, he dropped it?
Yep. I mean, this is going to be a Wisconsin defense versus a very good Michigan run offense. Like this is going to be Key to this game is if Cade McNamara can, make throws on third down and keep the offense on the field, because Badgers will stop the run.
He looks like a total douche, but I hope so. Like, Cade McNamara looks like he's in a frat. Like, 100% he's in a frat up there in Ann Arbor.
So, quick story. Jim Leonard, Wisconsin defensive coordinator. He was All-American safety at Wisconsin, played in the NFL, like the Ravens, Jets. So he was in the NFL for a little bit. He's actually from my area in northern Wisconsin. So he's like a legend up there. Grew up in a town with like 300-400 people in it. I watched him play in high school, run the wishbone. I've never seen feet move that fast. Ever. All right.
So solid start for Michigan here.
Nice tackle on that third down play.
Yeah, that was nice. God damn it. I never should have bet this game because now I have a vested interest.
Well, I like that we're on opposite ends of it, though. You know what I mean?
Going for it on fourth. Don't tell me they made it yet because I'm behind. Got it. All right, cool.
So looking at Harbaugh there on the sidelines with the Jumpman symbol, and with my likeness of the Miami Hurricanes, I wish that Adidas contract could get bought out. They could get with Under Armour, and they get the Rock's Brahma Bull on there. How awesome would that?
Oh, wow!
Miami Hurricanes with the Brahma Bull on there. That's a match made in heaven. That's got to happen at some point in time. I think that would help us for the roar.
I'm glad you thought of that. That's actually really good. Like, that'd be cool as hell.
That would be awesome.
It wouldn't have anything to do with like Miami or the Hurricanes, but having that bull on there, but that'd be cool.
Well, the Rock went there. That's why I think it would.
Well, yeah, I mean, I get that, but
I know you knew that. And Georgia hasn't even kicked off yet. Come on, guys.
Dude, this game is taking forever.
I know.
Like, don't tell me it's an 11 o'clock kickoff if you're not going to kick off until 11:15.
All right, here we go.
You're probably a whole play ahead of me. I'm on 2nd and 6 still.
Man, Kirby's smart in that visor, man. Does the head coach of the Georgia Bulldogs get the cheapest, flimsiest visor that he can find?
I missed it. Oh, how about this, too? I went last minute. UL Monroe. Ooh. Strictly because Rich Rod is the offensive coordinator. They're getting 33.5.
Really?
Yeah, Rich Rod can stay within that.
Yeah,
right?
Rich Rod can score points.
That's just stupid.
Minnesota already up 7-0 at Purdue, and I took Purdue -2.5. Wow, interesting. Yeah. Looks like Tanner Morgan had a 32-yard touchdown pass, which is probably more passing yards than he had last week. All right.
All right. So let's just get through this first. What happened?
You'll see. Why don't you see what happened on fourth down there, bro? Why don't you ever get that defense?
They go for it again. What is Harbaugh like? All right, just punt the ball, Harbaugh.
Yeah, I mean that's the thing is I would punt it. Michigan has a strong defense too. Wisconsin does not have a strong offense this season. Like usually, like I'm accustomed to not having elite or like I'm used to like above average to average quarterback play. But we do not look like the Wisconsin Badgers running the football this season.
Yeah, gone are the days of Ron Dane.
Yeah, I mean, well, even like when you mentioned Monty Ball, remember that season they had Monty Ball, Melvin Gordon, and James White in the backfield, for God's sake?
What a crew that was.
Yeah, Jesus.
That was awful. Who's that big hog molly fucking 92? He
was
fucking
that?
Just...
I think that's hold on.
He fucking blew up that dude in front of him.
Well, Wisconsin's giving up what? 23 rush yards a game?
That's all they've given up average this season?
Yeah.
Wow. That's okay.
Yeah, I mean, usually be like, oh, yeah, but they play Penn State, who's got, what's his name? Their running back, Kane, I think. Or something like that. He's not a terrible running back, and neither, Kyler Williams is an NFL running back, too.
Old buddy at Georgia got blown up.
So what's up with JT Daniels, man? He's not starting again today. I mean, you probably know a little bit more about him from the USC days that he had and then transferred out.
I mean, I don't understand. I mean, I think he should have been the starter, but it's weird that like the most complete team probably in college football doesn't even have like a real number one right now.
Yeah, like, which is crazy to think.
That's scary to think.
If you had to, if I had to say in the conversation in any type of poll, I would put Georgia at number one. No offense to Alabama. I think it's like 1-2 and then a wide margin to Oregon at number 3.
Yeah. Well, I mean, shit, they might if they handle Arkansas, which they probably will.
Yeah, I mean, I think Arkansas might be a little bit overhyped. I don't think Texas A&M and Texas are all that they're cracked up to be. I mean, if Casey Thompson plays that entire game against Arkansas, it might be a little bit of a different situation, but speaking of, I took Texas -4 and they're down 7-0 early, of course. It's these early games where I'm just the worst gambler on planet.
Full disclaimer, anything he picks today for the early slate. Feel free to fade and we don't care.
I would highly suggest it, actually. Other than Georgia first half, that's hit every single week for me. There's like the only thing that I've hit in the early slate is Georgia first half.
What were they, 21 last week? That hit? Which is
I
crazy.
think we got up to 22.
What are flag. What are they today? First
10.
10. Oh, they should do that.
Yeah. I mean, I got down to 16.5, I think I saw this morning. I would have had zero issues with that. So now let's see what the Badgers can do with starting field position on their side of the field. You couldn't have asked for a better start, field position. Well, I mean, obviously, but getting the ball first possession on your side of the field.
5 turnovers last week. Jesus Christ.
Yeah, that wasn't fun to watch.
That game was like that was a total Big Ten game for 3 quarters.
Yep, and then
Notre Dame just took off.
Isn't it crazy how just that kick return just sparked everything after that?
Momentum is so huge. So huge. Turnovers, field position, momentum, like the 3 things. I think earlier I said it was field position and turnovers, but I'm going to throw momentum in there. Those are the 3 things now.
Well, especially in college, like you get an active crowd getting behind you, making all that noise, creating all that energy. Like we've been performing in front of live crowds. We know what that kind of atmosphere and energy does.
And I've played it at Penn State, and let me tell you, when you're up 3-0, all of a sudden Happy Valley gets going. It's a little bit intimidating.
110,000 people on. Yeah. Oh. All right, Wisconsin timeout here. Big third down conversion coming up.
Dude, their offense is pitiful, huh?
Yes, it is. Because usually, even the Wisconsin run game, like we would break off, 12, 15-yard runs consistently. This is just 3 or 4 yards every down. Like it just
3 or 4 yards in an incomplete pass.
Yeah. There's that old Tampa Bay offense before John Gruden got there. Run right, run left, incomplete pass, punt the ball.
I mean, if you stop them on 4th down, you get the ball on your side on the right side of the 50, and you don't come away with points here.
There's something wrong.
Like, yeah, that's sad.
Surprised my phone isn't blowing up with Wisconsin playing.
Did they call you and ask you for tips? Is that why?
No, group chat with my families, my family members and whatnot.
You're not in the know like that.
I wish I was. I usually stay pretty neutral with Wisconsin and gambling and just follow the recruiting and really just want them to be good. I mean, going into this season, I was expecting a 10-ish win type season and playing Auburn or an LSU in the Citrus Bowl and walk out of that one with a victory or prototypical Wisconsin season.
Georgia, big 3rd and 1 now, at like the 2.
Oh, see, so you're ahead of me on that stream.
Yeah, ESPN's way better than the Fox app.
Because I'm running it through the ESPN app on my TV, but that's fine. I don't think we need to be coincided on anything.
Well, I'm glad I'm ahead of you on something. So at least, hello, Georgia cheerleaders.
Anything else cranking? Pittsburgh's up early. Tennessee's up early.
Touchdown. All right. First half -10 looks good.
It's the only thing that will probably look good in the morning slate, which is good. So if my morning slate does suck, I would take everything in the afternoon and in the evening. That's been the trend with me. If there literally was an award for the worst early slate college gambler on planet Earth, like it's mine, and I have no competition. I'm in a league of my own at the bottom.
It's like there's Georgia, Alabama, and then there's the rest of the country.
Mm-hmm.
Well, in gambling, there's the rest of the country. Then down there's you for the early.
Dude, just watching this Georgia team and how fast and physical they are is insanity to me.
Yeah, I mean, they've had I've never seen a team where, you say you get stuffed on second down, where it's like, well, they're still going to pick up third down,
right?
Whether it's 3rd and 8, and it's like, well, this is easy. Like this is like 3rd and 1 for anybody else in the country. Oh, I see the big head nod. Give me something.
Man, was the right play call too. I like this 4th down play call. I really do.
Oh, you're on 4th down already? Shit, I'm on.
Or 3rd down. Sorry, 3rd down.
Okay. Yes, Tom, 100%.
Tom, you were 1,000,000% right. Like I am so amped to watch this goal. See, and yeah, of course we're gonna punt. Why would we want to create any sort of momentum for us? So I was talking with one of my buddies that I went to college with this morning. He's a Minnesota guy from Minnesota.
That's how you play screen, man.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, they made the play. And a fantastic punt. An absolute fantastic punt.
Big punt show. Like punts.
Tom, I think Kirby Smart's hair shines through that awful visor that he consistently wears. It's like it's like he forgot it and stopped at like the local souvenir shop for like the cheapest Georgia visor he could find and wears it.
You know what's funny is when I was at USC, Kiffin was notorious for the visor. Like there was a big billboard going down like the 101 that said "Fear the Visor" for Nike and on it. And I remember the first time, the first game, I was like, I'm gonna wear a visor like Kiffin, it'd be fucking real cool. And I went to the student store or the shop there, got like the cheapest one I could find that sucked. It was like a Velcro bag, terrible. And then one of the guys in the equipment office, because I forget, like it's USC, they have 1 billion of everything. Like them to give me some, like they could give me shoes, like as long as all I had to do was ask, because I mean they have whatever. And he's like, "Oh, you want like the coach's visor?" I'm like, "Fuck yeah, I do."
Yeah, I do.
Had that. I wanted to keep it forever, and then I lost it like during a move at some point in time. But for a couple games there, me and Kiffin were rocking the same visor.
See, I've always been a big visor guy, obviously, because Gruden wore it for all of those years outside of the last couple with the Raiders. I don't think he's worn a visor. Maybe he has in a few games. But he's been rocking the New Era hat this season specifically. So we've kind of steered away from the visor. We followed the trends with Gruden.
Yeah, Gruden's a visor guy. He's got to go back. Well, maybe not, though. They're 3-0. So, yeah, stick with what works. Maybe that's been the key to his success, ditching the visor.
Maybe I need to go get me a New Era Raiders Velcro hat.
God, this is going to be like a 14-7 game, isn't it?
Yep. It absolutely.
I love this Henningsen kid.
All right, I got live 3rd down here. Kill him. Okay.
They pick it up.
Yeah.
Yes.
Close to a sack. Picked up the 1st down.
What is this? What were they doing? All the students did this. Were they all stretching at the same time, or was they doing something specific?
Actually, I'm not sure. I can probably figure it out.
It looked like everyone was yawning. Oh, wow. Oh, he picked it up. What a fucking play, McNamara.
That was. That was a great play by McNamara and the running back.
And what's his name now? Especially to pick up that first down after getting hit 3 yards shy. Oh, this little sneak out late there. Oh, that's pretty.
Did you watch Arkansas and Texas A&M last week?
I did not.
It looks like they run that Cam Newton style Auburn offense with that big quarterback. I think he came from FAU. I think he was at FAU with Kiffin.
Oh, really?
Mm-hmm. I could be mistaken, but the name sounds familiar on that. Of course. The Georgia crowd already getting into it, causing false starts.
I'm waiting to see what this kid's name is now so I can look it up.
I think it's Kyler Hamilton.
There it is.
Man, look at that. Look at that crowd. Another false start. Your first – they haven't even ran a play yet, and you got 2 false starts going.
Oh, look at the dog there.
And it's gotta drive Sam Pittman nuts because he was the Georgia offensive line coach for a bunch of years, I believe. Hey, we didn't talk about it yesterday, but Boston College getting 14.5, 15 at Clemson. I stayed away from it because obviously their quarterback's out, but Boston College can score some points, All
right. We talked about it a little bit, man. I watched that whole Mizzou game last week. If Clemson plays anywhere remotely close to what they were a year ago, and I'm not even saying they have to touch that, they should blow out Boston College. Boston College is a good, but they're still a tier below.
Middle of the pack, too.
Yeah. Oh, wow. Buddy for Arkansas is wearing number 1. He's going to look like Justin Fields all day. God.
He's not looking like Justin Fields right now.
Well, he looked like Justin Fields against the Browns.
True. This could get ugly really quick for Arkansas, it feels like.
It might. Third and 24, Jesus Christ.
I mean, they could.
Third 24, you run a quick slant, and the dude's all over him. Awesome.
Dude, Kate McNamara can't throw a slant, it looks like.
He's probably still hungover from the frat party last night.
All right, D.
Tom, you get your money back yet on that Chiefs bet? He's still out in the chat. Well, no wonder he can't throw a slant. He got fucking hammered.
I think that's the third one I've seen him throw a little bit behind. Oh shit. All right. Third down again. Third and long. Oh. This is where we need to be. Movement.
So apparently the second down play I got to watch, they're not going to pick this up. Be crazy if they did, though.
No, we're not. Boy, we already got 21 points, 7 minutes left in the first quarter, and Georgia Tech, Pittsburgh. Missed an over there. I think Pittsburgh might be an overplay. They like to put up points and give up points.
Can we talk about how Pittsburgh is how that program has underperformed forever? Think of the players who have come out of Pittsburgh. They've got 9 NFL Hall of Famers. If you include Aaron Donald and people haven't been in there yet. And yet they're typically 6-6, but they'll win one game over the number 2 or 3 ranked school.
Yep.
What a crazy school. What a crazy program that is. I love it.
All right. Governor punt.
Yeah. Well, I guess we'll pick this up. No. So what? 4 for 8 and 18 yards. Solid start for OK.
I mean, that's what the Wisconsin defense does to a guy. I had a fair catch there. It's KJ Jefferson is their quarterback name. I don't know why I thought Kyler.
Kyler Hamilton.
Maybe because we're number one playing quarterback. Just automatically pick Kyler.
All right, well, let's look that up then.
Fox Bet Super 6. Who's going to have more rushing yards, Michigan or Wisconsin, and by how much? I don't know. Neither.
Neither of them will have a rushing yard.
Yeah. Ugh.
You know what's fucking strange? He doesn't have like a Wikipedia page.
Really?
No, he's been there the whole time.
Has he? Maybe I was wrong.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think of who the quarterback was with Kiffin at FAU.
That'll be. I'm looking forward to seeing that. Everyone, of course. I'm not super confident in Ole Miss anymore because Clay Travis went on Fox for this game and talked about how he's going to take Ole Miss. So now I don't want to bet Ole Miss because I don't think Clay Travis has won one of his like locks ever. Like I've never seen somebody where like if he picks a lock, like a mortal lock, if he says that, fade it every time. He's awful.
I think I've only given out one mortal lock pick, and it was the Rams -3.5 in week 2.
And I faded it and took the Colts.
But dude, speaking of those 3.5 point spreads, like I was very, very confident in Maryland being able to outscore Iowa. I mean, Maryland's defense isn't anything to write home about, but Iowa's offense looked really good last night.
Yeah, dude. Thank God for Houston.
Yeah.
Other than that, I got smoked.
I did too. Like I even took the Brewers' alternate run line at -1.5, and they were up 5-1 going into the 5th inning, and they lost 8-6. So it felt really good for 5 innings, and then it felt real bad for the rest.
I'm so disappointed in the turnout here at Camp Randell. Like this stadium, there's no reason it shouldn't be full.
Especially for a big game like this.
Yeah. I mean, I get it. You're 1-2, but oh man, that should have been picked. Instead of trying to jump 45 feet in the air, why not just take a few steps backwards?
Oh.
I feel bad for Graham Mertz right now.
He doesn't have any time to throw is the other problem. Like if he's standing in the pocket, somebody's on him. He's rolling out, somebody's on him.
That's what I mean. I feel bad for him.
All right, 4th down here for Georgia. I assume that they will probably smash and get it.
Yeah. Yep. Somebody lost a mouth guard too. Probably the defender just fucking tried to step up there.
Yeah, I see some of these cats not wearing mouth guards. I couldn't even imagine playing without one.
I hated playing with a mouth guard. I always like cut the, you know how they give you the strap?
Yeah.
And then you put it in the face mask. I'd always cut that and then like do the helmet thing. And then I forget about it in the game and it'd be lost. So then I just wouldn't have it for the rest of the game until like the ref would catch you and then they make you go get a mouth guard. This was in high school.
And then
they make you go to get a mouth guard, and so you just have one that's like not molded and
it just is painful. Banging on your gum.
Like this is actually worse for my teeth.
Because I cut it down is what I did.
Oh yeah, like you had the one that was like about this big. It covered like your front 4 teeth.
Yeah. There we go. Stetson Bennett. I placed the future Heisman bet on JT Daniels. I think he was +850, but I also got Matt Corral at +2,000.
Oh, Matt Corral, love it. I hope he has a massive day today. That'd be great.
Yeah, I think he will. He did last season, and everybody's like, "Oh, it's at Alabama." I'm like, I know, but it's a Lane Kiffin offense. If you watch them the last 2 seasons, I mean, he is streaky. There's games where he'll throw 5 or 6 interceptions, but that seems to be corrected. I mean, he's what do we got? Yeah.
How much time's left in this first quarter here?
I'm on a commercial right now.
So am I.
Got to be
What
about
were they at?
7:18 left in the first.
7:18 left. So 7 minutes and 18 seconds until former Super Bowl champion, former Wisconsin Badger, O'Brien Schofield joins the show.
I'm fired up for that.
That's awesome. And again, Mario Manningham may jump in at any point in time. We don't know.
Okay.
After we talk to Schofield, I'll send Mario a text, because I got his number.
Because you guys are buds,
Yeah, best friends, and see if he still has any plans other than that. Well, then we'll ride this thing out at least for the first half, I suppose.
He was what? I looked up O'Brien Schofield's in 2009, first team All Big Ten, second in sacks behind Ryan Carrington. So he had 12 sacks, 24 and a half tackles for loss, second to only Brandon Graham. So it's a pretty good performance at the end of the day. That's a heck of a season.
Look at Steve Stricker there with the Ryder Cup trophy.
Oh. Get ready for a collision here on that second down play.
Oh, I love it. Oh, I just watched the first down play. This game is going to be 0-0 for the entire time.
It's going to be that Alabama LSU game where it was 6-3.
Oh.
Collision.
Somebody just seen stars. I'm not sure which one took the blunt of that, but that couldn't
one of those where they're probably both seen stars.
That was not good for anybody involved. That was a great collision. That's Big Ten right there.
It is kind of fun to see this old school Big Ten style matchup where it's just physical football.
Michigan's got the GOAT sign up. What do you think that means?
Probably Tom Brady.
There's probably some sort of look at bring the right receiver around, call it the GOAT. All right.
Come on.
I think next time we need to pick a live stream to do where we think points are going to be scored instead of watching a defensive battle.
Yeah. Well, we can look at the slate next. I think we got Iowa and Penn State next week, and
I'm done with the Big Ten.
Yeah.
Done with the Big Ten.
You don't want to
try to watch them. Because trying to watch a defensive football game and talk about it is a lot more difficult than watching like an offensive shootout.
Well, we got Texas Oklahoma next week.
There it goes. Well, Oklahoma still might not score. Oh, wow.
Defense, once again, is doing their part.
Oh, Jesus. How?
They get the time. There we go.
Oh, he should have had that regardless. Oh. Not something you see a guy named Edwards for Michigan
dropping
the ball. Yeah.
Like when you were talking about Mario Manningham, like it brought me back to the days of playing NCAA football all the time. I played quite a few games with Chad Henne and Mike Hart, Mario Manningham, and Adrian Harrington.
That was a squad back then. That was back when Michigan was good.
Yeah. All right. I got third down live. They're going to go for it.
So they didn't get it, apparently.
Man, they got
Well, yeah, Harbaugh's had 2 4th downs. He's gone for it both times so far.
I mean, I would in this game. I mean, Wisconsin's offense has not posed a threat in any capacity against Penn State or Notre Dame this season. There we go. Touchdown, Dogs. Anybody else wake up?
No.
Purdue's got the ball back down 7-3. Texas just scored a touchdown. You know, maybe this might be the week where I kind of change the guard on the early picks. Can't lose them all forever.
Well,
me being
we're still very, very early in a lot of these games. I don't know if I'd go there yet.
How does Georgia always have like 3 running backs?
I don't know. I just tuned back in and I seen him run for a touchdown.
And it wasn't.
I didn't even know they had the ball.
Yeah, it's insanity how they just. What was it? When Todd Gurley was there, Keith Marshall was with him. I mean, even back in the day with Thomas Brown and Lumpkin and Jesus.
Yeah, just go through the all NFL rosters and free agency. Every 3rd or 4th running back in the league is going to be from Georgia.
Yeah. Speaking of, how does Todd Gurley not have a job right now?
And Richard Sherman does?
Yeah. Which is an interesting signing. So I'm like, he's just really a cover 3 corner. I don't know.
Well, and Gurley's only
29?
I think late 20s, right?
Yeah.
Which, honestly, the expiration date on running backs is probably about 28, it seems like, right now.
Yeah, they get those big contracts, and then it's all downhill from there for whatever reason.
Yeah, as a running back, you get 1 contract.
Yep.
Like quarterbacks, you get 2, maybe 3 if you're Tom Brady. Offensive line, you'll sneak out 2, but running backs, man, you get 1 chance to get paid. And that's about it.
Yep. Well, even like Dalvin Cook gets paid. I mean, him and Kamara getting paid. They've done pretty well since then, but there's still a lot.
I'm sorry. There's no point in time where I can justify paying a running back.
Fuck. All right, might want to watch this next play.
Yes. Is that the first down play? Second. God, I'm so far behind. It's ridiculous.
Santa knew that's got to be a horse thing.
We're watching football. Oh, flea flicker. Get you some, kid. Look at you, McNamara.
Hopefully this wakes up the offense a little bit.
The best thing is the guy in the stands doing this. That was great. Let's see. I will look at Sandy. I looked at Belmont today. Oh, yeah. Today's a big day. You started with the John Henry. That's a grade 2. I faded United in that one. I went big odds because I had Friars Road award winner, the 1, and the 7 masterpiece. Didn't play Acclimate, wanted to, but I faded United in that last one for drawing slim. If you want to, you can check out. We did the whole late 4 sequence on another live stream on the channel. If you want to head over and check that out too, or you can stay here and watch some football. Michigan football.
Watch some 1995 Big Ten throwback football game.
Fucking John Harbaugh calling a flea flicker. Fucking love it. Just love it.
Yeah, I know.
Or you can stay around for O'Brien Schofield, former Seattle Seahawk, Wisconsin Badger,
Super Bowl
All Big Ten Super Bowl champion. He's got a pretty show.
Got a pretty good one. Wow. I know a lot of people were on Missouri, and it looks like Tennessee is going to be up 21-3 here pretty quick.
Tennessee?
Yeah.
Wow. Yeah, I got to start looking at the other one. Wake's up 3-0.
I got over.
They were. I took them at 7.
7.
Yeah.
Oh my God. Arkansas drops the kickoff and they start their drive at the 5.5 yard line.
When you're already down 14-0 against probably the best team in the country, that's not the kind of mistakes you need to make.
No. There we go. Nice little run for 4 yards. That's the start.
See, I was ahead of you in that game. Now I'm behind you. That's bullshit.
In Georgia?
Yeah.
Huh. I think Wake Forest has as good a chance as anybody to win the ACC with that offense and experience.
The ACC is so garbage.
Yes, it is.
When your typical best team and like not automatic playoff contender is now, I mean, just a shell of them, their former selves. It seems like.
I mean, drawing slim ass about Pac-12 being top 4. If Oregon runs the table, they're absolutely in. I don't see. I mean, they got the Chip Kelly Bowl later in the season. That's probably the most likely loss that they would take. But and then again, they got to go to places like Utah, which isn't easy to play. I mean, Utah is definitely down this year, though. Definitely down.
Yeah.
Ugh.
I kind of enjoy getting a little bit of a. Oh, wow. I'm guessing that you were watching the draw play on second down?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay, so I've caught up a little bit.
Now we're 3rd and 9.
Dude, you talk about a throwback game. How about Buddy wearing the cowboy collar? You don't see those very often.
No, you don't.
Anymore. Of course, he's wearing number 12, which is different, but
Arkansas with another penalty.
every time you look at that game, they're on their own 5.
Wisconsin gives up a sack and a hold, 4th down. This better not get ugly. We need to turn it over. We need the defense to spark something for this offense. This is – I mean, it's crazy because Wisconsin is consistently dominant on the offensive line, running the football, protecting the quarterback no matter who it is. Might just be a down year.
Yeah, this Wisconsin offense is just bad. And it's one of those situations, too, where you got such a good defense. And just like you have a championship-level defense in Wisconsin.
We've consistently had that. We just haven't had – oh, boy. How many yards does Arkansas have right now?
Probably only about 80 because they've started probably both drives on their side of the
I bet they got more penalty yards than they do offense. Yep, 31 penalty yards minus 3 yards on offense.
Oh, I thought you said Georgia. Total yards 1 to Georgia's 114. Oh, wow. This is going to be just a shellacking.
Yes, it is.
What was the line in this game?
16.5. And they blocked a punt.
Dude, that's gonna get destroyed. Yeah, blocked a bunch of touchdown. 21-0.
This is gonna be a massacre. I mean, the crazy thing is Arkansas still might be the 8th best team in the country. That's just how good Georgia is.
It's true. God, dude, that Georgia team's ridiculous. That's going to be a fun one, too.
Man, they're just – and I knew they were going to stomp in this game. Like, it's just – they're so good. Watching them against Clemson to open up, I had them money line because Clemson was favored by 3. I was like, Georgia's just going to win that game outright. Like, ooh.
Oh.
Man, I hate like scrolling through Twitter and people are posting pictures at the Circa, and I'm like, man, I wish I was there.
Dude, shout out to well, one, it's kind of funny. The dude who blocked the punt starts looking up as the ball's behind him.
Shout out 47 for the Georgia Bulldogs. Throwback to David Pollock, speaking of cowboy collars.
Shout out to the special teams coordinator. Drew up a fucking fantastic block on that.
Yes, he did.
That looked pretty just watching it.
I know we're talking college, but Adam Schefter just tweeted that Gronk is not making the trip to New England. tomorrow.
Yeah. Well, we talked about how Gronk would not miss that game yesterday on the show, and then the moment we got off, it was like, oh, Gronk's doubtful for Sunday. I was like, oh, well.
When he went out last week and OJ Howard stepped in, I was like, I completely forgot. OJ Howard, former Alabama tight end, first round pick. I'm like, that team is
OJ Howard. It's crazy he's on that team because he's a really, really good tight end.
Yeah, and so Cameron Brate. We got fourth down heading into the second quarter here. I don't think they're going to snap it, but we got a live reaction here. We got to get this stopped. Okay, clock ran out.
All right, as we are winding down the first quarter in this Michigan-Wisconsin old school Big Ten battle, hopefully pretty soon, we're going to have a man who was a former Wisconsin Badger, a former Super Bowl champion with the Seattle Seahawks, O'Brien Schofield. I'm stoked for that. That's going to be great. I would just love to hear, like, imagine, because he was obviously a part of that, a good Wisconsin defense. Imagine being on that defense right now, playing your ass off and looking on the other side and be like, what are we doing here, guys?
Yeah.
Like looking to Graham Mertz in that offense and be like, come on. Like we can't play better than we have this last 2 weeks. Like we've done our job. Like, can you give us something? Let's see. What else we got for scores around? Louisville with the ball, wake up 3-0. I really need them to score a couple more points.
I need a lot of points in that game.
You take the over?
Yeah, it was at 62.5, and I figured, Wake can score points, Louisville can score points. I'm actually going to use the restroom quick. I'll be right back.
Well, as he takes a timeout, let's see what we got going around for scores right now. Well, there's not a lot of games going on right now, so as I do a roundup, that won't do us any good because there's nothing going on. We've talked about pretty much everything happening. Georgia 21, Arkansas 0. Georgia blocks a punt, recovers it in the end zone. Take that game up. Is there only 3 games going on right now?
No, there's a lot of unranked games going on.
Because I'm looking at scores, trying to find scores for everybody, but I only get the top 25, which is kind of making me mad.
ESPN, you can filter to all.
That's what I'm trying to do, but they won't let me.
Pitt's up 21-7 early in the second. North Carolina up 14 early in the second. Purdue up 10-7, so we got some life there. Texas up 13-7. Let's go.
Illinois losing to Charlotte 7-3.
That doesn't pain me at all with being there.
Illinois is weird. Illinois is good for like a 21-point cover against like a top 25 school, but then outside of that, they're pretty much useless.
Coast, yep.
Oklahoma's have to, weren't they? They were like 11 or 12:30 or something, weren't they? They got to be kicking off.
They're the Fox game after this one.
Oh, I thought it was earlier than
that. Louisville just scored a touchdown, so hopefully we can both hit that game.
Shout out Louisville.
Yeah. Give me a Wake Forest 10-point win and over 63 points.
Yeah.
Oh.
Let's see. Dude, I'm severely disappointed. Like now looking back on it now, like why did I pick Wisconsin?
Well, I mean, the guests for the game are going to work out, I would say. I mean, a lot better than we can get from Arkansas, Georgia.
Maybe, who knows? We'll see. But God, it's just so boring. Should have done Georgia, Arkansas. Well, that'd be boring too because it's already 21. Nothing's going to happen there either.
Tennessee scores another touchdown. They're up 28-3, and it's not even out of the first quarter yet.
Jesus.
Tennessee's
one of those schools too where it feels like Kentucky a little bit, where they were garbage 3-4 years ago, but they sneakily are starting to get slightly better.
Their running back Tyon Evans has 4 carries for 107 yards and 3 touchdowns.
Averaging over 25 yards a carry.
I hope everybody started him in their daily fantasy football.
What's his long rush? He had to have an 80-yarder in there.
Yeah, he ripped one off. 92.
92.
He's got an 8, 92, and 1.
Probably the longest in school history. So shout out him for breaking a school record, I would imagine.
Oh, shit. Fuck. We may have just fumbled the punt back to the Michigan Wolverines inside the 5 on a not paying attention bonehead type.
Oh, wow.
Yep. So here we go. Guess Michigan money line was the play.
I guess, yeah. Fuck yeah, it was. Oh, 24 is going to get ripped a new one when he gets back to the sideline.
Yes, he is.
Oh, God. Oh, you got to have better awareness than that, bud. Can't have that. You can't give OK McNamara that fucking short field. He can pick up 5 yards.
This is going to be a simple zone read type in for 6. This pains me.
Ouch. God, that sucks. I mean, it's good for me, but
I mean, if Wisconsin could do something on offense, this could be a fun one to watch, but man.
Do you think Harbaugh's wearing those, what are those, the transitions where like they're actually like regular glasses, but they turn into sunglasses? That's what they look like.
Probably.
And I'm sure he's the kind of guy too that he thinks they're cool, but they're really kind of like, all right, no one cares. It's not that cool anymore.
I mean, what are they reviewing here? The recovery? Because it clear as day touched him. And by his reaction.
Well, it looked like Ingram had like an actual shot at it for a second. But, I mean,
that's a pretty clear Michigan recovery.
Like the ball completely changed direction. It hit him twice. It hit him in the shoulder and the leg. What are we doing here?
And why are we that far downfield? Purdue got the ball back. TCU just scored. Maybe Texas and overs is going to be a play because it seems like what was it, 70-35 last week?
Yeah. TCU 14. Wow.
Well, that was 4 I got it at.
Texas?
Yeah. I actually didn't put in any like crazy parlays today, surprisingly enough. I just went individual bets because it's always 3 out of 4, and I'll take 3 out of 4 and cashing out on 3 of them than just losing parlays.
I took all my dogs plus Rutgers money line. Gotta go Rutgers money line. Love it.
Rutgers has to send you like a Scarlet Knights t-shirt hat.
Dude, I am all about it. Yeah, I might get a Rutgers hat.
I actually was looking at getting, with Miami being down and Wisconsin looking like they're at, I might latch on to Ole Miss for the rest of the season here a little bit.
Oh, and I got kicked out, so I don't know if they scored.
Whoa.
So shout out to Fox Sports app, who has the worst app in the history of apps for the Xbox.
Tackle for loss on 2nd and goal, so now they're back to 3rd and goal from the 8.
Oh, they'll end up with a field goal here, trust me.
Just as long as the field goal, not maybe a missed field goal. Maybe that's the momentum earlier. Let's get that going.
Very possible too.
Man, kickers, man. What was it? Houston last night kicked a longer field goal to hit the over with 4 minutes left in the game. A lot of happy folks about that too. just Arkansas trying this east and west stuff against Georgia. It's just not going to work. They have these big physical linebackers that run like 4.4s. There we go. Tip ball and third down. We got fourth down try now.
Yeah, called it. Field goal.
Missed field goal. Let's go missed field goal.
No. I need points. Come on now. What was the over in this game? Like 41?
I can imagine.
It had to have been low.
42.5. Where did it close at? Let me see. 44.
Oh, wow. That's way too high.
Wisconsin has 3 total yards of offense and a turnover. All right. Field goal good. We got 10-0.
So what's great is, how about this? Wisconsin has just about as many total yards as Arkansas, except for at least they're
playing Georgia.
Only down by 7.
Yeah. Michigan now with an 83.9% chance to win the game.
Offensive explosion here in this early slate.
All right, we're going to go back and check some more scores. Wake's got the ball back. Looks like they're moving it.
Assuming they hit this then.
I think it might be your internet that's causing the Fox Sports. You were breaking up a little bit there. I don't know if anybody else is catching that.
See the second down play yet at Georgia?
I'm watching the replay right now. It's suffocating. Oh. All right, looks like we're flying solo until the man is back. I'm watching Georgia and Arkansas 35 from the 20. Probably going to have some no. Yeah, that I don't know about these play action quarterback runs against Georgia's defense. I get it. You got Cam Newton physicality playing quarterback, but I'm not sure that's the right call. What else we got going on around the country? End of the first quarter, TC's up 14-13 against Texas. Wake Forest has the ball first and goal at the Louisville 4, which is beneficial for both AJ and myself. What else we got? Minnesota's got the ball 4th and 9. Looks like they're going to punt it away. North Carolina's still up. Tennessee's still up. No real big changes. There we go.
Still slow.
Are you streaming?
I don't know what happens.
Whoa.
Maybe. Shit.
So the group chat has come alive with the family. I remember when Jim Leonard was considered for the Packers defensive coordinator position. That would have been nice.
Was he in that conversation last year?
Yeah, the name was floating around before Joe Barry got the job. Joe Barry, who was the defensive coordinator for 69.
Solid pickup.
Yeah. Gotta love seeing Barry every time. No real other movement. Looks like your Wake Forest team just scored a touchdown, so that's going to be 10-7 here pretty quick. I like a 17-point first quarter, personally. Purdue's got the ball back. Pitt just scored another TD.
Shit. I've got to get now that football's back, trying to balance my horse racing and football bets has become a task within itself on the weekends, where it makes it almost very stressful.
Well, it's almost impossible to keep up with. Like, you can't even watch a game. You just be checking scores and race results.
Pretty much all I do. A guy who might show up at some point in time today who was on our live stream on Tuesday with me and Tom when we hit the pick 5 at Delaware. El Hombre, if he's out there, maybe he'll hop in. He said he'd hop in with all his Michigan State gear on and just talk shit about the Wolverines. So that's something we might get today too. I have no idea.
Okay with that. Michigan State actually quite impressive so far this season. They looked really good against Northwestern and Miami, and I think they're getting 10.5 at home against Western Kentucky today. So that should be an interesting game, especially spread-wise.
I'm in this contest for his Trust the Profits. They do a contest, like a handicapping contest, and there's a big race every week that you get like $100 to bet with, and it goes on like everything. Well, I've forgotten to enter for I think 3 weeks in a row now. So I'm currently, let's see, where am I at in the standings?
Probably not in the best position, I would say. But
out of 33 people, I'm in 28th. I haven't made any money in about 4 weeks. So yeah, that's why.
We got the Bulldog with some AC. Got a 16-pound bag of ice in there with him. That dog's living a good life.
Well, here's the bullshit part too about that. Not bullshit part, but PETA going after him. I think last offseason, saying like he's not like, dude, that dog lives better than most humans.
Yes. We got, speaking of dogs, Badger Dog's taking a nice little nap on the couch, reflective of the Wisconsin Badger offense.
Shout out, Badger.
Yes, the delay of game on 3rd and 7, which makes it now 3rd and 12 once we got the football back.
Solid.
Solid shot of Wisconsin fans dropping the bird. So I don't know if that stream worked itself out, but you should catch that here pretty quick. Nice little double bird from Wisconsin fans.
Oh, I'm looking forward to that.
And a sack on 3rd down. This is not good, as the kids like to say.
I'm waiting to see the Wisconsin fan shot.
Be a lovely young woman wearing a Snoopy jump around t-shirt. No idea that the camera was directly on her and dropped it right there. And they go zoof right away from it.
All right. That is a great segue into our guest right now. Ladies and gentlemen, former Wisconsin Badger and Super Bowl champion with the Seattle Seahawks. Ladies and gentlemen, O'Brien Schofield.
What's up, man? How y'all doing? I had to put the ring on.
First time a ring has ever been on this channel, for sure.
Oh, well, let me give y'all a good look at that.
Yeah, let's see that, man.
Look at that thing.
Look at that.
That's beautiful.
Appreciate that, man. How you guys doing over there? Looking good. Looking good.
You know, I appreciate it. I am looking good, but we're not good, my friend. My quick background was born and raised in northern Wisconsin. My dog's name is Badger. Tried and true, like Wisconsin in the blood, and this is a little bit painful to watch for the boys.
Oh, it is. It is. I mean, I'm looking at their energy right now, and man, they're going through the motion right now. It's not a good look. It's not a good look. It's all right though. We mute that so I can talk to you guys.
I was just asking Tyler too, like, when you're on a defense like that, like a really good Wisconsin defense like you were, and you're looking at an offense who's got like 3 net yards right now, are you just on the sideline just being like, come on, guys, we're out here doing everything we can and we can't score? I mean, what's the thought process there right now?
I think, especially in college, if I remember correctly, like we never got into like with the offense until maybe the second half. You know what I mean? We let them do their thing because we were focused on what we needed to do, because at the end of the day, like our whole faith was we didn't care what the offense did. You know, it's like you put us on the field, we'll defend a blade of grass, we'll get the ball back for the offense as much as we can if they're struggling. Like we tried to amp up our play. We never put that pressure on them.
Solid.
Yeah.
Kind of the answer I expected, but right now you just when you're watching, because you've watched them now for the last 2 weeks especially, I mean, that defense has played so well and that offense has played so very, very bad.
Yeah.
It's just want to, man. You know, you look at the game and I just see I see like the defense is ahead of the offense, if you understand what I mean, from an execution standpoint, you know, like being ready. And it's like the offense needs to come along. And if they're not going to be attacking, they at least have to manage the game better. You know, you can't put the defense on the short field. You got to just play the field position game until something pops. But you know, Coach Chris, man, he's going to come up with something. He's going to talk to those guys at halftime, and they'll have a spark.
Well, it's just been a struggle on offense. I mean, you know, we've probably watched enough Wisconsin Badger football today to understand, like, we can just grind that ball and run it down everybody's throats, but we're just not getting that. We're not getting even those 8 to 12-yard chunk plays. We are getting 2 to 3 yards every rush, and every time Graham Mertz is in the pocket, he's getting pressure. Every time he rolls out, he's getting pressure. It's a little bit different up front for Wisconsin, which we haven't seen in years.
A long time. Yeah, that's very foreign. That's very foreign right now. Yes, I get that. You know, what I think that, I mean, even from last week, you know, it's one of those things where they have to come together and decide that they want to do it, man. It's just effort, you know. It's not like Michigan sitting here kicking our butt. They're that much better than us. It's effort. It's one play at a time. And I just hope we don't dig too steep of a hole today where we can't climb out of it.
Well, I mean, yeah, look, realistically, you're the punt and a flea flicker away from this game just being even again.
Yep.
Yeah. I mean, it's so choppy with us not being able to run the ball, though. That just hurts the offense because, I mean, everything's off of running the football. So it's like none of the plays are meshing together. It's like you're just trying to find something that works.
Yeah, we need that spark on our end. We need a turnover. Yeah. We need to bounce the ball on muff punt, something of the sort. Just something to energize and spark, because AJ mentioned it earlier. Didn't even seem like Camp Randell was at capacity today at kickoff, which is another unusual thing.
Yeah, and look, I'm telling you, the energy doesn't look like it's supposed to, especially playing Michigan in Camp Randell. It's just, if I was there, it wouldn't be like that. I promise you. That's my number one thing. You know what I mean? I don't win, lose, or draw. Is like energy and effort. If you don't have that, I got nothing for you, because everybody's out here. That's all that's required. Energy and effort, man. And on defense, it's just we got some great defensive players. We got some guys that's going to do something. You're just a turnover away from I was almost a pick. Okay, yeah. See, we just a turnover away, man. That's all we need.
And this defense can do that too. That's the key.
Yeah.
They've got a championship level defense there, no doubt. It's just the offense is really. I mean, we were talking earlier about the jump around.
Oh, yeah.
How electric is that place when that happens? Because I've never seen it in person, man, but it gives me chills every time I see it.
Really? Oh yeah, it's like a mirage, man. It's unreal. That was one of the selling points when I was on my official visit with Wisconsin. I was like, "What is this?" You know, I went to Wisconsin versus Penn State. Erasmus James had 4 sacks, knocked out 2 quarterbacks. They was playing with their 3rd quarterback. I was like, "Yeah, this is where I need to be at." And the jump around, man, it's one of those things that I can honestly say I remember us winning the game because of the jump around. We were playing Minnesota. It was almost like a night game, 2008, and we were down. We got in the 4th quarter, jump around happened. It was like a battle of the jump around, sideline to sideline. And that just sparked something. Mike Newkirk went out there, got 2 back-to-back sacks with the safety, turned the whole game around. It's one of those things.
We love that even more because it was against the Gophers too.
Yeah. What we got to do? What do we got to do to get you out there to Madison to see the jump around, man? I got to be on the bucket list.
100%. 100%. Dude, when they showed the video of the first one to happen there for like in the last because of the whole COVID, no one was there last year, and the first one this season. Oh, dude, chills ran over all my whole body, man.
Have you been to a lot of Packers games? Because I know that's hard.
No, I've been to a bunch at Lambeau. I was seeing one at the Coliseum before SoFi was built when they played the Rams. I lived out in LA, and then I made a trip out to Gillette to see the Packers play the Patriots about 2 years ago, 2-3 years ago.
That's a good one. That's a real good one.
The
The
Coliseum game was that where Todd Gurley went down early and killed the spread and the over, I think, all in that one play, and everybody was on him social media wise because of fantasy and gambling reputation.
It's a different world. Look, it's a different world of sports betting now, man.
Yeah.
Especially in Arizona, it just became legal, so it's like you can't go anywhere without seeing sports betting. So it's going to change the game. And it makes sense why these guys are going to be getting paid next year.
Yeah,
these guys with endorsements and the likeness, you have to now. If you're going to make sports betting and all of that such a big deal, it's going to change it.
Dude, some of these guys haven't played a college game yet, and they're millionaires. Like that,
Yeah.
I mean, that's insane.
Yes. So what does that tell you? The money's in high school. It's nothing to do with college. Brand building is in high school. If you come out of high school with the type of brand, I mean, it's almost like going to the NFL early. You're making money already. That's crazy.
That kid from Texas with the mullet that committed to Quinn Ewers. I mean, he already haven't played a snap at Ohio State yet.
Haven't played a snap. That's the beauty. That's the beauty of social media and content and having a blue check. And sorry for my voice, man. I'm actually I coach at Arcadia High School here. We had a tough game last night. We won. I lost my voice, so this is just coming back.
Hey, come on, coaching high school football. What would you lose your voice?
Yeah, man. You know, passion. Having high school passion.
My dad was my high school football coach when I was here. We're in a small town, Illinois, and I get that losing your voice come Saturday morning.
What part of Illinois?
Like North Central, south of Rockford, like an hour.
Okay, I grew up in North Chicago, Gurney Mills, Waukegan area.
Oh yeah,
you know Gurney Mills. Yeah, about Six Flags. Yeah, that's where I grew up at.
Oh yeah, we took many Six Flag trips as a kid.
Yes.
Yes, that's a great catch.
We need that. That's sometime. There we go. Big catch.
So, my little cousin actually plays for Wisconsin. Dean Ingram.
Oh, we were talking about him on the him having a chance to recover the fumble.
Yeah,
on the botched punt.
Yeah, my little cousin, man. His dad's my cousin Bobby Ingram.
Nice. Keep it in the family. Just keep him coming through. We need it.
Got to, man.
What else? We got?
Signs of life for Wisconsin offense. You gotta love to see it.
Hey, sometimes you just need one first down. Rest that defense a little bit, keeps them energized.
Yes. And I'm expecting Harbaugh to be Harbaugh. You know,
play his style.
With the Cardinals, I play for the Cardinals and the Seahawks. So
very familiar with him, Harbaugh's style of football.
I know who he is. He'll give this game back to us if we put ourselves in position. He'll definitely do that.
He just got. I mean, what do you think about that big extension they gave him? Think that was well deserved or no?
Politics, and we'll leave it at that. This is politics, man. This is politics. Whoever goes to Michigan, you have to be a big name coach, and you got to be able to recruit, and you got to be able to bring guys. So most of those big name schools like that, they don't be switching coaches out like that. You know, they'll switch more position coaches than they do head coach if you have any type of anything.
Yeah, and speaking of, no, go ahead.
How many bowl games have Michigan been to in the last couple of years? Have they been in bowl games every year since Harbaugh's been there, or do you know?
He started off hot. Like they went like what 10-2 his first year.
Yeah,
that.
I want to say yes, but they've consistently underperformed in Michigan expectations. I think is what the kicker is with him. But who else are you going to get in there? You know what I mean? Like
that's what I'm saying. You're going to bowl games. You're winning bowl games. It's like that's hard enough. That's hard enough. So it's like you got to build on that. And I understand sometimes it takes a while to build a program because recruiting in college is huge, man. It's huge.
Well, and they were talking about it earlier with, under his watch, the amount of NFL talent that he's produced, specifically, offensive line, running backs, outside linebackers. I know I got a lot of friends out there in Boston that are huge Patriots fans. They like Josh Uche and Chase Winovich, Michigan guys. It's crazy that they're pumping out so many folks in the NFL, but not bringing the results to Michigan for their expectations.
No, absolutely. Absolutely. And sometimes you can have a bunch of great players on the team and they don't know how to play together as a team. So we saw that with a couple teams. We saw the Eagles a few years ago when they had like the all-star secondary, Nnamdi Asomugha, DRC,
Right.
Malcolm, what I mean? Malcolm Jenkins. They had a whole crew and it didn't work out that well for them. It's just one of those things of guys been able to play well together and scheme. You can see a guy that's maybe doesn't make a lot of noise in college, but he gets in the right scheme in the NFL and it's like a totally different player. You're like, who is this guy?
Yeah. Well, and Bill Belichick's really good at finding those guys too and making some noise.
Oh yeah.
Like, who is this? Oh, he's a Pro Bowler now.
Yeah.
Yes.
All right, I'm watching live. We got 4th and 1 on our own 46. Hand to the fullback for a first down. That is Wisconsin Badger football, folks.
Okay.
Let's go. That's 3 first downs on this drive after having 3 yards of offense in the first quarter. Let's let that defense rest and grind on them here.
I first saw that earlier. I didn't believe that, but it was 3 yards.
We were just referencing it to the Arkansas offense, who has very similar offensive production, but they're down 24-0 on the road. So I'd rather be circumstance than that one.
Yes. Yeah, it's all right. We just gotta, one play at a time. I know Coach Chris's philosophy. I played for Coach Chris, so I definitely know. Actually, Coach Chris recruited me to think about it. He recruited me to Wisconsin. Yeah? He was my guy. He was my recruiter, which was pretty cool.
That's cool.
Yeah.
Yeah. Have you seen? Have you been able to watch any of Georgia so far, or like this season? I mean,
I watched like maybe the first week. I don't really watch a lot of college football other than the Badgers, and the top games is on at night. More of an NFL guy, man. Yeah. More of an NFL guy.
Me too, but yeah. They look. I mean, I've never seen a team that good who still doesn't really have like a true number 1 starting quarterback at the moment. Like they're still.
Oh yeah.
It's nuts to me to think that like they don't have like a number 1 guy right now. Like they're still.
Yeah.
They have to decide every week.
It's a lot of factors. It's a lot of factors in that quarterback position, and the most important thing is efficiency and consistency. If you don't have a quarterback that can be consistent in just a solid performance week in and week out, that's hard, and then you go into the intangibles of the leadership and how they handle themselves in the locker room, and is this somebody you can build something with? Because I understand the pressure of winning, but in a program, it's like you got to allow your athletes some time to fail and learn some hard lessons to become a better player.
Well, we got
Graham Mertz is starting to put a drive together here, guys.
Here we go.
Yeah.
Well, Brian, you're on with us for the rest of the days. If you come on and we start playing like this on offense, you aren't going anywhere.
Yeah, man, I got to shoot him a text, shoot Coach Chris a text on the sideline. Let him know what's going on.
There's some life here.
Graham Mertz started 0 for 4 since O'Brien Schofield came on the show. He's been 5 for 5 and 53 yards.
That's what I'm doing. I'm bringing to my Badgers. Yes. Okay. Yeah. I'm just trying to read the body language of everybody, man. Just trying to see what's going on.
It just the offense doesn't feel like it's got the confidence that it's had in the past.
No.
Yeah.
We have a bunch of young guys on the O-line. Is that what it is this year? We don't have a lot of older guys? Yeah, okay. It makes sense.
I mean, even Graham Mertz is a younger cat. This is his 4th or 5th start, I think.
Yeah. How often do we get a sophomore quarterback in Wisconsin?
No, it's always the fifth-year senior that knows the system.
Yeah. Oh, come on. Pass interference. Are
Yep.
you kidding? Wow.
At the very least, I do like the shot downfield because we have not seen that all game. That is the first vertical pass that he's attempted.
I mean, dang.
Wow, they didn't call that?
That's what I'm saying. I would have been losing my voice in that play. I would have been losing my voice.
I would imagine that'd be a very intimidating position for a referee to be in with you on the sideline. Like,
oh yeah.
If I was the ref and you yelled at me like pass interference, I'd be, yep, okay, sure.
You're right. I got one of those last night, but it went the opposite way. Oh yeah, I missed the call. Next play, call something against us that wasn't. All right, I'll leave you alone. All right,
we got points. Guys.
Yeah, I see what you're doing, Coach Chris. Building confidence. Up.
Yeah, that drive was a massive step forward, it seems, so far in this game, for sure.
Yes.
Especially driving down, they started on the 3?
Yes. Now, this is one thing where Wisconsin defense has really been pretty good at, going into the half and getting the ball back, giving the offense a chance to put some points on before the half. Let's see if they can do anything. They can't let them score, though. I know that much.
And, we get ball first in the second half, too. So if we can get a stop, and at very minimum, get this thing 10-3, maybe 10-6, get the ball first.
Yes.
Tide can turn.
So let me ask you this. What do you think Jim Harbaugh is going to do?
Probably take a shot here, see if you can't get a chunk play and play it from there. Either that or just run out the clock and take it to half.
No, he seems weak. He'll run it out.
Yeah.
He's been aggressive so far. He went for it twice on fourth down that first drive, and maybe he tries.
That's always been his thing. He's like real aggressive, and then he goes into game management, and it's like right when he goes into game management mode, that's when you gotta attack him, because I don't know why he does that. He never puts his foot on the gas. But this game right here, he's gonna put his foot on the gas. They're gonna come out with a screen or a draw, a trick play, and a shot play. Watch.
Screen or draw.
Yeah.
Trick play, shot play.
Yeah.
All right.
Because think about this. We're trying to get momentum, so we're going in to be aggressive. I don't think we're going to blitz. We might show a blitz, but we're going to come in aggressive. They're going to use that. They're going to try to use that against us. Screen and draw. Have to. He doesn't. In his mind, he's like, I can't give them the ball back fast. If I give him the ball back, it has to be like 25 seconds left on the clock, 30. So he's not going to give us the ball back fast unless we get a turnover.
Oh, that would be great.
Yeah. That would change the atmosphere.
Yeah, yes, it would.
So bad, man. They need to be there. Need to be there. That energy would be crazy if they turn that around.
Maybe a few more students would start piling in if that were the case, instead of sitting out in the parking lot.
But you know what it is. Even when I was there, we hated that. Some games didn't even come into like second quarter, almost middle of the second quarter, filing in late. You need your fans there early. Energy is crucial.
I was a strength coach at USC for about a year and a half.
Okay.
And that happened to us every time.
What year?
Pack Stadium, 2013.
Okay.
2012, 2013. Yeah, Barkley's junior year, Robert Woods senior year.
Okay.
The stadium would be packed first half. By halftime, we lost 20,000 people every game. It seemed like
crazy.
Except for the Stanford game, every game would be people start filing out at halftime.
Oh my gosh. That's terrible. We didn't get that. We would all. At least our fans would stay. What's that kick?
Yeah, I was just gonna say that's not ideal.
Why? Now they get the ball to 40.
Oh,
you see what I'm saying? That's the stuff we can't do. That's what we can't do.
Did you play a lot of special teams up there too, or no?
At Wisconsin? Oh, no.
No.
I didn't even play until my redshirt sophomore year. I started in the bowl game. I didn't even play my first 3 years.
That was your first start, was the bowl game?
My first time playing. Went out there, balled out, came out, competed for the starting spot my junior year, and that was all she wrote. The first 3 years, man, I couldn't even get on the field. I couldn't even think about getting on the field.
I mean, the amount of Wisconsin Badger football that I've watched, I would say you maximize your time on the field.
Oh yeah. It clicked. You know, time was running out for what I wanted to do. So
I think 12 sacks and 24 and a half tackles for loss. I brushed up on some numbers knowing you were jumping on.
Oh yeah, man.
Not bad at all.
I know. Look, and not even a first team All-American. How did that not happen?
You're at Wisconsin. It's a popular contest on the
Exactly.
You do that at Alabama or somewhere else, you're shoo-in first team All-American.
It was just because, like, I kind of came out of nowhere with those stats too. It's like triple what I did my junior year.
Well, and even looking at the landscape of the Big Ten that season, I mean, Ryan Kerrigan, Brandon Graham there too. I mean, there's a lot of talent coming through, especially on the D line.
Oh, it was a lot, man. It was a lot. In Wisconsin, we're about to book. See, there goes the shot. That's a shot play. You saw that?
Yeah.
Yeah, there's a shot play right there.
I'd even say that little handoff on first down you could count as like the draw screenplay.
Okay.
Like it was a little delayed. We'll give you that one.
Now we're just waiting for the trick.
Trick play. Now we need the trick play.
Have to.
Does he break it out here on? Was it third? No. On second down here? Is that what we're gonna get?
Well,
we got it. Okay.
I got 3rd and 6 active.
Well, you're way ahead of me.
Come on, D. We really just need to step up.
So conservativeness is going to help us. Harbaugh, man.
No pass rush.
Uh-oh. That didn't sound good.
It was not good. All right.
The 3rd and 6 play?
Yep.
Uh-oh.
Stops the clock.
Uh-oh. It's been like this the whole time. He's been a play ahead of me, so I just kind of gauge what's going to happen off his reaction the whole time.
You were a play ahead of me too. Like, man, these guys. And you know what they're running. Come on. You have to get out of bounds, guys. Like, what are you doing?
You fumble that or catch it?
He caught it. What else is going on around the country?
Oh, that's not good. Hicks is down.
That's one thing I'll say too is, we still have a very strong secondary. I mean, our front seven's always kind of been the bread and butter of Wisconsin defense, but the last couple of years, secondary's been strong too.
Yes. Who is that? Oh. I didn't even know he was a D-line coach. Brought it back. Okay.
All right, let's do something.
If I know Jimmy Leonard right now, I know he's gonna send a smart blitz. Real smart blitz.
He mentioning Jimmy Leonard. I grew up in the same area as him, so like playing. Yeah, so he was a senior when I was in 8th grade. I watched him at Flambeau play quarterback and watch his feet run the wishbone. I've never seen feet move that quick. Watching him against high school competition in northern Wisconsin. There we go. All right, we're going to like this 3rd down play. I will just say that. I will just say we're going to like this 3rd down play.
Okay. by one. Oh yeah. Okay.
No,
don't what? Don't just dare stand over him.
Ooh,
I would lose it.
that'd be taunting in the NFL.
Yeah. What? You just did all that and just gave it right back to him. You got to take a seat.
Yeah, what do you think about that whole emphasis on taunting right now in the NFL?
I think it's BS.
Yeah, I think
the NFL needs to relax. You know what I mean? There's so much money going into that thing that it's like you need to leave the reins open for a little bit more entertainment, and it brings competition. Even they're so cracked down on the taunting. I understand if you in somebody's face, but you should still be able to taunt a little bit if you're not, pushing somebody down or what I mean. It's certain ways you can taunt that they should let you do that.
Well, it's like for years they wouldn't let you celebrate, and then they finally said okay, and now they got the camera down there, and nothing's more fun when a defense makes a play and goes down there to that camera. Yeah. Everyone they're doing their thing, and then it was like okay, finally they're letting up, and then all of a sudden it's like bam, no more taunting. You look at a guy and talk shit, you're getting a flag. Yeah.
To me, that's soft. That's real soft, because it's like how you ask a guy to go out there with the mindset you ask him to go out there with and dominate and be a dog and be full of emotion and passion on what he's doing, and then not celebrate in the heat of the moment. You don't know. It's like dunking on somebody. You don't know how you're gonna feel. I gotta let you know I dunked on you.
How much would that squad you played with up in Seattle have loved that camera that everyone goes to?
Listen, man, if we had that camera then, I would have probably. Oh no, you don't. Okay, see,
yeah, mistakes.
They got the ball back.
Oh wow.
Oh my god.
We got it.
Okay.
So yeah,
as it looks like, it looked like they recovered.
I told Jim Harbaugh, he's like a conservative trickster. Real conservative. Gotta get you
trickster.
That's it, man.
All right, looks like we're just running out the clock. Well, we got a 9-yard rush. That's probably the longest rush of the day.
Man, kidding me.
That's all we got to do is we got to grind on them and then just beat them up in the fourth quarter here.
I'm just looking how these guys coming out of the huddle, and I'm disappointed. It ain't no pop. It's like walking around.
There hasn't seemed to have been a sense of urgency or even like you were talking about looking at body language and stuff. It just doesn't seem like.
Yeah. See, that's how I determine everything. Just that body language. I know if we got you or not. And that's hard. That's hard to recapture. That's very hard to recapture if you come out flat like that, and you're not making plays to get your energy up. It's hard.
All right,
well, they haven't made much plays on offense to get their energy up as of right now.
Exactly.
Yeah, they put together one good drive.
Figured that would bring some energy, but
and they get the ball back at half, correct?
Yep.
Yeah.
So
there we go. All right, we're gonna elect the 2nd and 1 play.
Okay, come on, guys.
I just came back from the commercial. You were getting on when right when you didn't happen to see the Wisconsin fan flip off the camera, did you?
I wouldn't doubt it. Yeah. Oh yes. Okay. You know what they're chanting out there, don't you? F you.
Oh.
Eat. You know what? Eat some crow.
All right. Ooh, I don't like that we use the timeout, but
they call timeout after the long pass play?
Yep. And the clock stops on first downs in college too.
Right.
Yeah. Okay.
Which kind of limits you getting rid of the timeout because now you have to go to the sideline to the end zone. As opposed to if you stick out the timeout before the field goal, you can take a shot wherever you want.
All right, well, we're inside the 20, so there is room for a shot. Probably with Ferguson here.
But you can't go middle field short. Is kind of what I'm saying. Now you have to go.
Yeah. Holds corner.
There we go.
Uh-oh.
You ruined that for us.
I'm trying to contain myself as much as possible.
Let's see.
That's huge.
I haven't even seen it yet, but I bet it's massive.
Yeah.
Because getting points here, that's a big deal.
Oh, yes.
I just want to make sure that right foot is in bounds. Brady Quinn and Matt Leinart are both pointing that the foot was in on the sideline there.
Oh, my gosh. Oh, yeah. I laid the lumber on Brady Quinn a few times. He had to fill me a few times. Oh, yeah. That was good.
He had both catches on that drive, too. He was like their only source of offense. Yeah.
See, this is what Coach Chris is waiting for right now. This is going to open up that running game, though.
It is.
Because you know what he's going to do. You know what he's going to do next half. Begin the first play next half. A big play action. Deep pass play action. First play. He's not going to run it. First play. Watch.
Oh, I bet that place is probably electric right now.
I was just gonna say
They've been waiting for that all game.
Yeah.
we waited for that all season.
look at the Michigan section way up in there in the corner.
Let's go. Let's go, Wisconsin.
Yeah, get hyped there, Mertz. Get hyped.
I know.
You earned it, kid.
You did. That was a big drive. First 4 drives, 12 plays, -2 yards.
That was important.
Team for 141.
I should just say, like, before we talked to you and then after we started talking to you, because that's legitimately the difference between.
Call Coach Chris and tell him I need to put me in the box. They need to put me in the box. Oh yeah, good job, guys.
So yeah. So you mentioned you were coaching high school right now. Is that where you want to? You just want to do that, like, or do you have aspirations to maybe even try like another level? As far as coaching. Yeah.
Yeah, I had an opportunity to actually go to camp with the Seahawks 2 years ago. I just declined it because I just retired. I just wanted to spend some time with the family. I have 3 little boys. So they keep me busy. I want to just give them some time, get them started in sports before I made a big commitment like that, because that's time away all over again, Right. So I wanted to give it some time, but I needed just to get a feel, because I didn't even know if I could coach. Like, I've done like camps and stuff like that. I didn't know if I could really do it, but I didn't know how much I really knew until I got out there and started doing. So I'm definitely going to try to look to do some OTA stuff with the Seahawks this next upcoming season.
Nice.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I would say Arizona, but I still got a little bad blood with Arizona, so I let it be. I let it be. And JJ's with the Cardinals, and I'm not even gonna get to see him.
Oh, that's right. You got to play with him.
Yeah, he was my young guy, man. My young guy.
Let's talk about family. I was talking about the Bosa's dad, what that dude has to be like to produce Nick and Joey Bosa. What's the Watts dad like? Because all of them, from JJ to TJ to Derek, they're just men out there. I can only imagine what their old man's like.
Yeah, I mean, if you think of where they come from in Pewaukee, man, shoot. Yeah, some hard-nosed guys from a small town that JJ, when he came to Wisconsin, he was a tight end transfer from Central Michigan, and they played D tackle. And we had some guys get hurt at DN. They moved him at DN, and he was out there mauling guys.
Still out one dudes.
Yeah, man. It was funny though. When he first started off playing defense, he had no pass rush moves. So he's just run full speed right down the middle of guys, and we used to laugh because he's be like, "Joo, joo, 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 joo." That's how he used to sound like when his mouth when he was rushing, man. But then you saw the day it clicked, it was like he was throwing guys around. That's when we had like Gabe Karimi and Kevin Zeitler and some NFL linemen out there. Travis Frederick. Yeah, man. My senior year, we had a whole NFL cast out there on the whole line. That was crazy. So like 4 first-round picks, I think, maybe.
Yeah, I think all of them.
Yeah. That's big.
Yeah, that's one thing in Big Ten, especially Wisconsin, they know how to do.
Yeah.
It's put out O-linemen.
They don't have a choice, man. They don't have a choice. People are knocking on the door. Yeah, as an offensive lineman, if you can get into Wisconsin and you're good, stories are already written for you. People are already looking at Wisconsin line. They're having a lot of success in the NFL. That's the big thing.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Well, from the recruiting standpoint, I'm sure you're familiar with what is it, Carson Hinsman, the kid at St. Croix Central up there. We got to get him to stay home. My cousin's a physical therapist up there, so he works the sidelines for him, and he's been telling me about him since he was a freshman.
Well, you know what it is now. Show me the money.
Yeah.
Show me the money.
Yeah.
At this point, it's not even about what school you want to go to. If you're going to pay me $2 million to go to Jackson State, I'm going to Jackson State.
Okay. Everybody won't be terrible either.
That's what I'm saying. Everybody knows I'm getting $2 million. I'm the guy to watch here, no matter what. I'm going where the money's going. I'm going where the money's at. So that's going to be interesting. I don't even know what the rules are on that. These guys have agents and stuff now, or?
I would imagine that they do. I can't imagine an 18-year-old kid brokering $1 million deal.
Or their parents, too. I wouldn't even put that pressure on my parents to try to do something like that.
You just got to get what was the Rock in Ballers, Spencer Stratmore? Just got to hire him to be your financial advisor. Get your guy.
Rock, man. He knows what he's doing.
Okay.
Well, I've got some exciting news.
Okay.
Sometime, maybe soon, but I just confirmed it. We're going to have a Wolverine on the show as well.
Ooh, is it Brandon Graham?
Mario Manningham.
Oh, okay. Mario Manningham. Wow. I played against him, I believe.
Yeah, you had to, at least in the NFL.
Yeah.
I think he came out in
college. I think I played against him in college. I was at Wisconsin 05 to 09.
Yeah, because I think he was an 08 draft pick. I can probably double confirm.
Yeah.
Maybe that's why he's been so hesitant to come on. He's got nightmares still.
Shoot. Well, if he graduated in 09, 08. If he left in 08, I have nightmares because we were freaking kicking Michigan's ass in Michigan. They came back and beat us. Our defense wasn't giving him anything. We had like a pick six, forced fumble on offense. It was just terrible second half. They came back and beat us. Left us with a sick taste in our mouth.
Yeah, 20-point fourth quarter there.
See that?
Yeah, it had I actually brought up Sam McGuffey earlier to AJ when I said running back number 2 for Michigan. It was that man's high school highlight tape was something.
His highlights in high school were crazy. They showed us all those highlights, and we made sure we put them in the dirt. We put in the dirt, man. Like it was me. Think of this: me, John Vicacius, DeAndre Levy, Matt Shaughnessy, Mike Newkirk, Shane Carter, Aubrey Pleasant. Yeah, we were deep. We were deep. It's like out of our front 7, let's see. And Chris, do we have Chris Maragos at the time? Yes, we did have Chris Maragos. So we had like 7, 8, 9 guys on that defense that went to the NFL.
Yeah. Jonathan Casillas at linebacker too. I'm looking at the roster.
Yeah.
The pack.
Heavy.
Pleasant.
Yeah, man. Yeah.
You had 7 tackles that game and a half tackle for loss. And it did not look like Mario Manningham played in that game.
Okay.
So maybe he came out. He was in the 2008 draft, so that would make sense. He got drafted in 08, so this is the 08.
So he came out 07. Okay. I got you. That makes sense. I remember him though. Yeah, he had a lot of swagger at Michigan. He was their guy. I'm trying to think. Did we play them at home that year? We might not even play them in 07.
We actually did in a 41-34 victory.
Oh, well, it must have been at Camp Randell.
No, sorry, that was the wrong. 37-21.
Okay, we must have played them at Camp Randell then.
Yep.
Yeah, we definitely didn't beat them like that there. I know that.
Well, he had 3 catches for 113 yards and 2 touchdowns in that game.
I mean, Randy Moss. Those Randy Moss numbers he was putting up. Those Randy Moss numbers. Yeah. That's great.
We got cranking here.
These guys are analysts.
Yeah, so it looks like you guys are 5-1 on the season too down there in Arcadia. I looked at your schedule and saw you went all the way up to Amory and beat them. I grew up 5 minutes east of Amory, so I'm very familiar with up in the parts. That's where I'm from.
Yeah, man. It's tough work. I'll tell you that. It's tough work. And it's Arizona heat too. You guys got good weather if you're in Wisconsin. If you're in the Midwest right now, you got good weather. Not out here. Still 100 degrees.
I really wish my internet would catch back up because it's starting to make me mad.
I'm actually out in Vegas.
Ooh.
Yeah.
You get it.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Get it.
We very happy. I'm a big John Gruden guy. So your guy Gus Bradley is treating the Raiders very, very well this season.
Oh yeah, John Gruden, that's my guy. I did a couple interviews with him when I played. Really good dude. I'm trying to think who's on his staff. Oh, Tom Cable, the offensive line coach. He was my coach in Seattle. I'm trying to think who plays there now. Man, I don't know nobody that plays there other than Derek Carr.
Yeah, I mean, as far as guys you probably played with, he took a lot of guys from the San Diego or LA Chargers defense last season. So he brought in Ngakoue, he brought with Denzel Perryman, Casey Hayward was the folks he brought in with him.
Okay.
And then there's just a bunch of young cats on that defense. Just a ton of young defenders.
Yeah. Yeah, that's tough. 13-10 Wisconsin, man. Here we go.
So what they do? They just stood there and then they bring in that desk at halftime and then they walk 10 feet and get back onto it.
Yeah, I wonder what it's set up at because I was in Chicago for work, not last week, but the week before, and I did like the loop around Soldier Field, and I saw Barstool setting up, I saw the game day setting up, I saw the NFL on Fox set up, so it was actually pretty cool seeing all of those different things getting going at once.
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
Yeah, I told Tyler about this, but when I was at SC, we had game day come out for the SC Stanford game. They went in like triple overtime. Andrew Luck, like that was such a cool experience, man. That was it's a different atmosphere, like when game day's there and stuff. That's cool.
So, man, what year did Richard Sherman come out? Did he come out 2012 or 2011?
I think he was gone when I was there.
Okay. Yeah. I know that's a big robbery for him. And plus, he freaking hated Harbaugh. We all knew that.
Yeah. He wasn't shy about that either, was he?
No. Well, I mean, it all stemmed from a college beef, how he was handling the team when Sherman was there. And, I don't know if you know, but Sherman was a receiver. He got drafted 6th round and turned into a cornerback with the Seahawks. Backed up Marcus Trufant and another guy, and they both got hurt in one game. First and second string. He went in, got 2 picks, and never looked back.
Rest is history.
Richard Sherman signing with Tampa. About to get another ring.
Yeah, that team just like we were talking about Gronk being out on that team earlier, and they were like, "Oh yeah, they have AJ Howard and Cameron Brate still." Like, there's not.
Next guy up.
Yeah.
The depth there is just ridiculous.
That's what it's about, though. Is to be able to say next guy up with a smile on your face. Okay, next guy up.
Okay.
Wait, we got Gronk. Take your time, get back, man. We need you for week 7, week 8.
He's got to be hating this too, because that's a game he wanted to play in.
Oh yeah. Yeah. I can't even explain to you what it feels like to play against a former team. Oh, I got cut from the Cardinals by Bruce Arians.
Oh
shit.
Yeah. I don't care too much for him, but or his philosophy of coaching, because what you saw him do with Tom Brady, like, imagine you're not Tom Brady.
right.
Like, it's like at some point you're like, all right, you want to see if I'm a grown man or not. That's what you're asking. Because
it's not like NFL football players are small men by any stretch of the imagination.
No, and for me, one thing I did not like is I was under Ken Wisenhunt, so I came in with like more of a veteran coach.
Yeah,
I backed up Joey Porter. We got like Clark Hagans, Parrish Lennon, Kerry Rose, Adrian Wilson. We had some real, like, Darnell Dockett, Calais Campbell. We had some real veteran guys when I got here, and his whole thing was like, I got the power. So it's like whatever you can do to embarrass you, to show you. Like when he tried to embarrass Larry Fitzgerald, I was like, oh yeah, Bruce Arians. I'm like, I'm not supposed to be here. I'm not supposed to be here.
Hey,
Larry Fitzgerald, you don't get to talk to Larry. It's not how it goes. You just don't get to talk to Larry like that.
So how big is Calais Campbell in real life? Because that man is just a mountain.
He's a giant, bro.
Yeah.
Like, we used to pick at him because it's like, I'm like, bro, you're gonna have back problems because everybody's shorting you and you're always crouched over trying to talk to us. Like 6'9", like a legit 6'9". Yeah. Legit, man. But great dude, great teammate.
So you mentioned you watch the NFL a lot more than you do the college game.
Yes.
And then so who do you got Sunday night? Who you taking?
Tampa. Taking Tampa.
Does that defense look less impressive early on so far than they did last year? I mean, it just seems like they were so dominant, and it wasn't even like Tom Brady that got them there. It was that pass rush and the way they handled Rodgers and they
don't have
Pat Mahomes.
They might. Do you know if they're going to have JPP?
Yeah, I was going to say that.
Yeah, I want to say I heard this morning he was supposed to play.
Yeah.
But I could be wrong about that. That might have been
that's serious. Like, I mean, as a pass rusher, you can be a really good individual pass rusher, but to be a great pass rusher, like, you gotta have another good defensive end. You just have to. It's too many times I can tell you where it's like, I feel like I should have like 40 sacks in the NFL in my first 5 years because of just guys being able to escape because someone took an inside move instead of keeping contained and you've won on your side. It's that type of stuff. It's one of those type of games. So I think that knowing Todd Bowles, because I like Todd Bowles, he's going to get after what's his name? Mac Jones. Yeah, Mac Jones.
Well, that's with Tampa having literally the last ranked pass defense currently, I wonder do the Patriots take the handcuffs off him a little bit and trust some of those deep balls to Aguilar and let Hunter Henry and Johnny Smith work underneath? Or are they going to try to run the ball against that defensive line? Because
I'll tell you this: if they pass the ball, 2 picks, Richard Sherman. I'm calling it.
Is he going
to? What's his role going to be there? This first
I don't know. I don't know. I really don't know because, like, when you're a veteran, a lot of times they don't give you time to get right. You know what I mean? They expect you to come in and be ready. I remember my second year at the Falcons, I signed in late and I signed on a Tuesday, played in a Monday night game, then turned right around and played that Sunday. Like with no training camp, no football shape, just working running. This is just different world.
I just peeked at Tampa's depth chart. He is right cornerback number 1 on the Patriots depth chart right now.
All right. So you know what that means.
I didn't realize they were that banged up at corner.
Yeah, they lost so many guys, man. They lost 4 or 5 guys.
Yeah.
Because they got Antoine Whitfield Jr. They got they got some guys. And that's another thing that affects the pass rush is coverage. That's what made us so different in Seattle. We had the Legion of Boom covering. Right. And then you got Michael Bennett, Cliff Averill, Chris Clemens, Brandon Mebane, Clinton McDonald, Bruce Irvin, me, Jordan Hill. Like we had rushers.
Out of like
4 sacks, crazy.
For like the last, 20 so years. I mean, if you're a defender and you think about 2 defenses you want to be a part of, it's probably that Ravens team and it's that Seahawks defense.
Oh yeah,
like that. Those they were fun to watch. I mean, you guys were just fun to watch. It really was.
When I first got to Seattle, I had because I just got cut from Arizona, and I went to Seattle. And as soon as I walked in the building, I called my wife. I was like, "Yo, this building feels like a championship. Like it feels like a champion. I didn't meet nobody. I just walked in the building. I was like, something's going on here, And to be a part of that program, man, and to see how Pete Carroll ran things, it was just like, I had all the faith in Pete Carroll. You know what I mean?
Ton of fun to play for. He seems like he would be one that you just want to go to war with.
The best coach. Outside him and Dan Quinn, they were my coaches.
Well, good. And Dan Quinn's making quite an impact down there in Dallas.
Of course he's going to do that. That's his thing, man. That's his thing. Like that's why I felt so bad for him in Atlanta because he didn't have a chance in Atlanta. He didn't have a chance, especially with the defense. He didn't have a chance.
That defense was pitiful.
Yeah, he had good guys, but it's like all your top draft picks you're drafting, they're getting hurt and they're not producing. Like even Vic Beasley, he had a real strong second year with the 16 sacks, but then after that, he never got back to double digits. And then like the first year I was there, that was his first year he got drafted. I mean, like, maybe 1 sack? Yeah, it was like that's frustrating as another pass rusher, because it's like, man, it's no help. And it was me, Vic Beasley, Adrian Claiborne from Iowa.
I remember him too.
Yeah. Babinos. Yeah, we had like a real solid Corey Beerman. We had a real solid D-line.
Well, it's funny you talk about the other pass rusher too, because we just talked the other day about the impact TJ Watt has, like now that he's coming back to play against the Packers this week. And when I talked about Bud Dupree, played opposite of him, did really well. Now he goes to Tennessee, and it's just not the same.
It's not, and it's also scheme too, because some guys, man, like you can go and put Von Miller in a 4-3 system, and he won't look like Von Miller. It's just a different world for you. Your responsibilities are different. The help that you have is different. The scheme of your defense is different. But when you're in a 3-4 and you got Von Miller he's a guy that, he could literally get sacks on his own because he can win off first step. It's pretty impressive.
And still can too, from what I've seen so far this season.
He can.
Yeah, he's all right.
He can. Man, my first step after I tore my ACL, it took forever to like build that back. It wasn't really till I got to Seattle, so I felt like I was at my best from an athletic standpoint, but not realizing even with the Cardinals, man, like I played most of my career bone on bone. I didn't even have an ACL. Somehow they couldn't find my ACL anymore, and didn't tell me that.
Just gone.
Yeah, gone. It's not here no more. It's not here. Yeah. But, 2 Super Bowl opportunities from it, a lifelong friendship, good money, experiences you can't take away. I'm fine with it.
I'm say you made it. You got paid. You got a ring.
No, seriously, man.
Can't ask for a whole lot more, man. Like,
No, you cannot. Live your dream, no matter what.
I mean, you got what most people. I mean, in what 6 years in the league?
Yeah,
6 years in the league.
Yeah.
You got a ring, man. Some people have been playing forever and they never get one.
Well, you could say 7 years and think I could have had 3. I could have 3. I could have 3 in 4 years. 2 with the Seahawks, because I was there both Super Bowl teams, and Atlanta Falcons, the Patriots.
Yeah.
I got cut in the middle of the season that year because we had Deion Jones, Debo. We had him, Sean Witherspoon, Devondre Campbell, we had and Paul Warlow. We had four guys down at middle backer. We have no middle backers going into a Sunday game. It's like, hey man, we gotta cut you. You don't play middle. We need to bring in some middles for this week. It's just crazy how the game goes, because it's not even about you all the time. It's just a team needs. And it's like we got a bunch of outside backers, but we got to bring some inside guys in. We got one guy that's going on IR. We got another guy that he's not on IR, but he can't play. We're trying to save him, that type of thing. So
if they're there, did they blow the 28-3 lead?
Oh, heck no. Heck no. Heck no. Heck no. And the reason why I say that is because playing with Coach Carroll, it's like I just couldn't see it happening. I know what Tom Brady's about, bro. Like, I just lost him. I'm not losing him again.
Right.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, with that mindset, I'm like, yo, he has to be out of the game. Like, I don't care what. Like, you got to take a penalty. He has to be out of the game. You can't let Tom Brady. I mean, who do they have as a backup? Jacoby Brisket? What? Who do they have?
Yeah, was it Jacoby and
Jacoby or Jimmy G?
Yeah, I don't think Jimmy G was there yet. 2014, 2013, I don't think he was there yet.
He would have graduated. He might have been. Let's see, because I coached there my last year, which would have been 2011. He was a freshman. No, he wouldn't have been there. You're right. He'd still been at EIU.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know who they had as a backup. It might have been Jacoby Brisket. It might have been Brian Hoyer.
No, the Atlanta season. Am I looking at this right? Yeah, the Atlanta season. Both of them were there because that was the season Brady was suspended the first 4 games.
Ah, got you.
So starts.
I got you. Makes sense.
And speaking of Wisconsin Badgers, James White balled out in that Super Bowl. That man had a game himself. We had 13 catches, 3 total touchdowns. That man played a game too.
And that's where the game went because they weren't getting nothing deep. And that's one thing I hated about the Patriots, man. Oh, I hated that because it was just like you want to play exciting football. And football wasn't exciting football. It was just like do your job football.
Yep.
So they'll sit there and throw 3-yard routes and expect their wiggle guy to pick up 2-3 yards after that. Like that's, you know what I mean? It kills you on defense because you're out there for long drives because you're throwing 3-yard, dinking and dunking.
Yep.
And I mean, you got Wes Welker and Julian Edelman that are just like most 6'3", 245, 255 linebackers is not going to cover them on a zig route.
No.
Pretty hard to do. It's pretty hard to do already, So it's like you run those all day. It's like, just think about it. Who do they have a receiver? Who do they even have a receiver? Other than
that, it was just really rough.
Yeah, those two and Gronk, pretty much.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
As much as harder to imagine as it would be to play against that. As fans, too, it's also equally as frustrating to watch that over and over and over again for years.
Yeah. And when it don't work, then you're pissed because you're like, why did you throw this thing long? sitting here dipping and dunking. But I mean, I don't know. I think where Tom Brady's at right now, and this Sunday, this might be the biggest NFL football game in like ever. Yeah.
Yeah, they were talking. Might be the biggest regular season game, like the most anticipated game we've seen in a very, very long time.
Yeah, they might get close to Super Bowl numbers.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if it exceeded Super Bowl numbers.
Yeah, I wouldn't either. And Antonio Brown's back this week.
Played against him in college.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
That's cool. Antonio Brown, man, he works out. You know what? Do you guys remember Brandon White, wide receiver from Wisconsin?
Yeah.
Man, you guys need to hit him up, check him out, see what he's doing down in Florida, man. He has this thing called a receiver factory, and he trains AB. He trains all the guys. Stephon Diggs. He trains Landry. He trains everybody. Anybody that's anybody. Yes, anybody that's anybody, man. He's training them. And that's pretty impressive. Wisconsin guy, man. He played with Brandon Williams, John Stocco, Brian Calhoun.
Man, I remember
I remember Calhoun too. Yeah, he was.
For the most part, I remember all my teammates that, like, if you played, I don't remember like a lot of the walk-ons. You know, if I saw their face, I remember one guy I'll never forget walk-on because he used to get us liquor when we was underage. Other than that, I don't remember like a lot of the walk-ons unless they contribute. You contributed a little bit, I knew who you were.
It was funny after I was at SC and that year Robert Woods was hurt a lot, and I was kind of like the low man on the totem pole. So I did a lot of his rehab, like when he was in the weight room and stuff, like the strength training portion. Yeah. And I seen him a couple years later. I was managing a chain of restaurants in LA, and he came in with a bunch of his buddies. And I was like, "Hey, man!" And he looked at me, and you could tell he didn't remember my name, but he knew my face. And he's like. And I'm like, yeah, I was at SC. He's like, oh, shit, Coach Jones. And I'm like, yeah, man.
Oh, man.
Well, you got to work that route and get some tickets to SoFi up there. That place.
Last time I watched a Rams game in LA was the Ty Montgomery fumble on the kickoff.
Ooh.
And then he ended up getting traded like 2 weeks later.
Wow, yeah, that's how it goes.
Little Cousins out there making plays on third down for us. And now we got 4th and 1 again.
Wait, am I actually caught up to you?
Yeah, I got 4th and 1 active right now.
That's what I'm about to see too.
Well,
you got that, yeah.
Oh, yeah, that was a good play. And keeping your head out of there. Gosh, that's so hard to do.
No, I know.
They didn't have the targeting rule back when you were there. Like, was it as big as it is now? Or no? I don't really remember.
No, they had targeting, but it wasn't like how it is now where they like stop and review it and all of that. We was more if they called it on, you're out. You know?
They didn't slow it down and review it for 5 minutes in slow motion.
but I mean, you barely saw it. It had to be like really out because they weren't reviewing it. They can't just give you it's too much on the line. But if you want to see something crazy, I'll let you see something crazy. You see the movie Boys in the Hood? Y'all want to see a dead body? Next commercial break, you go on YouTube and type in Kyle Jefferson, Michigan State. You see this hit. This might be the biggest hit I've ever seen in college. Like, his soul left his body. You understand? I'm trying to tell you.
There was a hit a couple of weeks ago. What was it? It was Boise and Oklahoma State, I think. One of the Boise linebackers just rocked the Oklahoma State running back. Somebody like retweeted it or something I saw because I follow all these different sports accounts, and I was like, oh.
Listen, I've seen so many big hits, been a part of big hits, but this hit right here, Just looking at it, I'm telling you, his soul left his body. This dude is 6'4", maybe 180, come running across the middle doing a drag route. This safety came downhill like,
Oh,
yeah.
yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah. You don't, yeah.
Yeah.
It tells you he's getting up. You know what I mean? None of that.
It's Cal Jefferson?
Cal Jefferson, yeah.
I can't find it.
I can punch it over to you on the Twitter machine.
Yeah.
That's a tough one, man.
I just hit you on Twitter with it.
Right, cool.
And Michigan with the deep pass.
Yeah.
I mean, still holding 6th, the 1 touchdown game.
Yeah.
Is it you sent me Nick Saban of Football Life.
Is that what popped up next on it?
That's what I'm watching. Nick Saban of Football Life. That's
All right, that was the video that automatically played after. Let's try this again. There we go.
I mean, I'll watch that too, probably, but all right. Oh, Jesus.
Yeah.
Oh,
That's where that goes.
that poor guy.
Yes. You understand what I'm saying?
Oh, man. Yeah, he lost a few years on his life there for sure.
You think I'm saying this to you, and I play with Camp Chancellor. I've seen him kill a lot of people. Kill them.
Wow. Yeah, that's all right. So I see you got the soundproof back there, and then you got the
whiteboard.
the arm. You podcasting?
You know
what
what?
you doing?
I have a lot of stuff going on, man. I do a little bit of stuff here. I do music. I'm actually about to ready to open up a production studio because I got a company. We shoot ads, commercials, music videos, all that type of stuff. And then one of my former teammates from the Badgers, Joshua Neal, played linebacker with me. We got a soul food restaurant down in Nashville, Tennessee called Rocky Wings. Wings Shack, yeah. And then I have a sports agency. And actually, Jonathan Taylor is one of my guys.
Nice.
Yeah. So
doing a lot.
Yeah, man. Yeah. That's why I can.
And coaching high school football.
Yeah. Look, that's why I can leave my hair like this, man. Yeah. No, for real. Yeah. It's just a lot of stuff going on. I'm trying to diversify everything, I don't know if you know much about my little brother, but my little brother, he plays in the NBA. He's with the Orlando Magic right now. Yeah, he played basketball at Tennessee with Coach Barnes, big time player down there in the SEC. And then his name's Admiral Schofield, and I have a baby brother who's a senior in high school.
Oh yeah, duh. Okay.
And his name is General Schofield, and he plays baseball, and he's bigger than Admiral. Yeah, I'm the smallest, man. I'm the smallest, and none of my younger siblings play football. They play basketball and baseball. So my dad.
So you're gonna have one in every single major sports league here pretty soon. Then sounds like. Yeah.
So last year for a little bro in high school, and hopefully Admiral does his thing in Orlando and get him a longer deal after this season. Ben Herbert is a strength and conditioning coach from Michigan.
Oh, I didn't see.
Oh my gosh. Ben Herbert was our guy. Ben Herbert played at Wisconsin. He played at Ron Dane. He was on the Rose Bowl team.
Oh, wow.
Ben Herbert turned our program around. Ben Herbert is the reason why Wisconsin went to 3 Rose Bowls in a row. Trying to tell you, that guy. Wow, I didn't know he was.
So Michigan by 100 going forward, then, huh?
I'm just going to say this: I know they're physically ready. I know that.
Yeah,
Ross Kalaji, right? I think is his name. I'm not sure if he's a strength and conditioning coach anymore, or he just moved to D-line. I think that's on the sideline. But Ross was big time for me. He came in, he played a couple years in the NFL for the Cardinals. He came in my senior year, helped out during spring, and kind of stayed with us through the year. It's like, man, dude's a freaking pass rush genius. He's a genius.
Oh, it looks like he went to Arkansas after Wisconsin and then to Michigan. So I wonder if he went with Bielema, what could have been the play.
That makes sense. And now Coach Bielema is at Illinois. Oh, y'all waiting for that game? Illinois. Bielema returns back to Madison.
Yes, we're definitely ready for that.
Oh my gosh, he's about to get booed. He's about to get booed. Just because how he left. That's the only reason, not for what he did. He did some great things. Took him to 3 Rose Bowls.
Yeah.
But then, he dipped out on that 1 Rose Bowl. He left and didn't even coach in the Rose Bowl.
Yes, he did. That's right, because Barry came back for that one.
Yeah.
I like that Barry's the AD, and he's like, you know what? We don't need to worry about it, super coach. I got this one, guys.
Absolutely.
It's funny because Bielema is from Prophetstown, Illinois, which is in our conference where I'm from.
Really? I didn't even know he was from Illinois. I only knew Iowa background.
He's that's where he's from. That team was in our conference. That was a big deal when he went up there the first time too.
I got you.
Yeah.
He's with the Patriots now. I think he's a D-line coach for the Patriots. Oh well, he was like before he got the job at Illinois, he was a D-line coach with the Patriots.
Yeah,
like 2 years.
Yep, Belichick and Saban just taking in these former coaches and rehabbing them and sending them back to head jobs.
Dude, I mean, like Ed Ogeron was our D-line coach at SC when I was there. Like, how crazy is that?
Yeah. See, just knowing Saban and them how they coach the players, I don't know if I could be on that staff.
Yeah, because they like to make practice hell, so that way the games seem like the easy part.
Yeah. Like, if my feelings get hurt, then I have to literally go to the fact that I'm paid and I don't need this job. Yeah. So now you got to deal with me as a person. At some point, your professionalism is going to be really tested with Bill Belichick. Saban.
All right, Chase Wolfman at quarterback for the Badgers. Rocked on 3rd down.
Hey, if he's anything like Jackson Dart coming in,
that was beautiful.
We might see a Wolfie here sling it.
I doubt we're going to see him sling it, but I hope he does.
Is he more of a running quarterback?
Yeah, he's probably more of that Kurt Phillips type quarterback, I would say. Your traditional, like Wisconsin in the pocket type quarterback.
Okay. Did they put him in for packages or they just benched the other guy?
No, Graham Mertz got rocked on 3rd down.
I didn't see that.
So he was walking to the locker room, like helmet off, hands undone.
Got you.
He's a junior, so he's been around.
Yeah.
So he probably knows this offense pretty well.
Talking about not being prepared to get in. That's a backup quarterback. Like, yeah, you prepare every week because you never know it's one hit. But, I mean, after a while, it becomes like you're playing behind Tom Brady. You're like, you're not thinking about getting in.
Hold this clipboard. It'll be a Sunday for me.
Yes. Dude, if I play that's a way to make a living, though. You could be a backup quarterback, play 13 years in NFL, leave with some good money and no service.
Yeah, that's Brian Hoyer's story. Living pretty much a career backup, makes roughly $1 million a year, just in the quarterback room.
Dude, I was shocked to see even Colt McCoy is still in the NFL.
Yes.
I was like, what? I played the wrong position. I really played the wrong position. You know what I mean? Like, where you can never be heard of, and somebody's like, what? Hold on. You're playing. Yeah. He had that time in Washington, I think, or was it Cleveland? And then
he was in both for a while, where he actually started too.
Yeah. He wasn't bad while he was out there, but I was just like, man, how did you stay around that long? Not even, you know what I'm saying? Like, not even be seen. Because there's a lot, at that point, there's a lot of good backup quarterbacks.
Man, I just pop open like simple Google searches. Like looking at his accomplishments in college is like pages long. And you forgot how much he did after this. Oh, he was with the Giants the last couple of years. Whew, that's tough.
Ouch.
Yeah. Wow.
Yeah, there's one thing too that's always fun is the backup quarterback as a fan. Like you always know who that guy is, and you always root for him like secretly. Like Blake Bortles was with the Packers early on this season in camp. Dude, I rooted for that guy so hard.
Oh my goodness, Blake Bortles. He got drafted Jacksonville, right?
Yeah, he was top
he played
three.
Missouri. Is that the one that played in Missouri?
UCF. He's a UCF. He was on that UCF bowl team that beat Baylor in the Sugar Bowl, I want to say.
Okay. One quarterback that I wish that like never got hurt. I really want to see his full potential was Robert Griffin.
Definitely.
Yeah.
That's one guy I always was like, man, I hate that he never got like a real opportunity after he got hurt because it's just like that dude was electric, man. Like he was electric.
That rookie season that he had was something else.
Yes.
And then I mean it's crazy too because Kirk Cousins took over right after that, and look at what he's doing. Like that's another crazy thing to think about. We may not have heard of Kirk Cousins and that potential if RG3 would have stayed healthy.
I played against Kirk Cousins in college. He was at Michigan State.
That's right.
I made him eat the dirt a couple times. He had to eat it.
Yeah, last weekend before the Vikings and Seahawks played, they kept replaying the Big Ten championship game where he had the Hail Mary on the last set. Russ was the quarterback at Wisconsin then. I remember that and how painful that was to watch.
I watched that game. I was like, this is unreal. That can't be.
And after when Kirk took over, that started him getting franchise tagged for like 17 years in a row.
Yeah. No, for real. For real. Very stressful situation to be franchise tagged, but very rewarding financially.
Well, and he's playing good football in Minnesota right now. He's probably the least of their concerns from what I've seen so far this season.
Yeah, it's more that defense, right?
Yeah, which is crazy to think that Mike Zimmer can't produce a strong defense after doing it for so many seasons in Cincinnati and even in Minnesota during his tenure.
Yeah, it's players. Players, man. Oh, okay. Are we blocking anybody on offense? I'm confused. What's going on?
Doesn't look like it. No.
Who gets that every play?
There we go.
Oh,
it's not a way to bring your backup in. Let him get smacked around.
I do like that HD in this television this day and age is clear as day on the players, and they just pick up cuss words left and right. Like it just, and how quickly they get away from it. I get a kick.
Well, they picked up Nick Foles saying this offense just isn't working on the sideline last weekend.
Oh man.
I mean, that was a very catchable ball. Probably should have had that one for a first down, but
yeah, he knocked it out. That was a good defensive play.
Yeah, Wolfie didn't look too bad there. Realistically. Need another stop.
Yeah,
Again. Been asking for that a lot, but yeah.
Fake punt?
I would 4th and 10, maybe not. It was closer, maybe. I don't know. Why not roll the dice with it right now? We just let them march right down the field on us and haven't done anything on offense in the first 2 possessions.
I mean, at this point,
you got to do something to spark that offense, especially now that
you can tell that Wisconsin's young because it looks like they don't remember what they did to Michigan in the last 2 years.
No.
You know what I mean? Like they don't look like nobody's there to remind you, like, hey, you remember we did this to them? They're gonna come in here feeling like they don't look like that.
Yeah, because we went to the Big House last year. I think it's 5-point favorites and just smashed them. Just
Smashed them. Embarrassing. They remember that, especially if you're a senior.
Oh, I can only imagine. I mean, why not return the spoils? Go to Camp Randell, smash them back.
Yeah. Yep.
Jesus. Tennessee's continuing their offensive explosion. It's 48-17 early in the third quarter over
You said
there.
it was 42-10 at half.
Yeah.
Over who?
Tennessee and Missouri. Tennessee's just working them.
Oh.
Pittsburgh's up 49-14 over Georgia Tech in the third.
Pittsburgh. Oh, yeah.
Points.
My former D-line coach from Wisconsin, Charlie Partridge. He coaches at Pitt.
Which is low key. We talked about it actually before you came on. Low key, like one of the weirdest underperforming college programs maybe of all time. They've got 9 NFL Hall of Famers, or will be Hall of Famers, and yet like it just seems like every year they're 6-6 with one win over like the number 2 school, and then that's it.
Yeah. It's great to even look at like now, even without Larry Fitzgerald's going to be a Hall of Famer. Aaron Donald's going to be a Hall of Famer. Like, LaShawn McCoy went to Pitt. Like
Dan Marino. I mean, just like the people that have come out of there, it's ridiculous.
Yeah, it is, man. It has to do with them, though. It's like their marketing and their program. It's like these young guys, they want to play exciting football. And a lot of these schools that are traditional, it's like, well, we're a school that runs the ball. And it's like, well, you've had like 10 coaches, 10 different coaches, and you still want to run the ball. All right. You know?
Well, I mean, and even we talked about it earlier with Georgia running backs. If you are that 5-star running back recruit, are you going to want to go to Pitt and run the ball, or are you going to go to Alabama and be a part of it?
Exactly. In a place like Alabama, you could be a dang second string and make it to the NFL.
Yeah. The amount of backs that they have in the NFL right now is just insane.
Dude, I don't think Nick Saban, yes. He's producing NFL players now because he's on top. But man, Pete Carroll's at USC.
Oh, machine.
If you was a part of the program, you felt like you was going to the
Dude,
NFL.
Matt Castle didn't even play there, and he got
You felt like you had a chance, man, no matter what. These Wisconsin fans are being too nice to these Michigan fans sitting out there.
Let's hope we can salvage a little bit here. Get the ball back to start the fourth quarter, jump around, and create a little bit of momentum.
Yeah, this is not the Camp Randell I was expecting and hoping for.
Yeah, I mean, the hype and all that only lasts for so long. You got to play football.
Because, we were preseason 10, 11, I think was that opening matchup against Penn State.
That's what I'm saying. That one loss, the way we lost, it was like those type of losses like hurt your season.
Yeah, I mean,
everybody can't bounce back from that.
Maybe look at what it did for Penn State. They're fourth in the country now?
Yes.
You guys on 3rd and 1?
Yep.
This is a big.
This is.
Oh gosh.
Michigan's used 3 or 4 running backs, I've noticed too.
I'm not a fan of the pride stickers at Michigan. Like, your helmet's cool enough. You don't need to dirty it up with those.
Yeah. Look at
The only one I really think gets away with it is Ohio State. I think that's cool once they got the side filled up.
Yeah. They don't even need to do those. What do you call them? The decals.
Yeah.
You
do that with your team down there in Arizona at all, or no?
We're trying to, because it's like when you're in high school and stuff, that's fun. Even if you, like Ohio State, I know they do it. I mean, it's fun because as far as the team is like wearing your trophies, like you know what you're doing. You know what I've accomplished.
Like, you know, when that dude's helmet is filled with stickers, you're like, oh, that's a dog right there.
Yes. It's a good feeling, man. It's a good feeling. But Wisconsin's true traditional to ever do something like that. Would never do that.
And then we talked about Harbaugh and Chris a little bit. It's just getting those coaches that are so embedded in the program, because Chris played quarterback there. I mean, he left for a while, went to Pitt, came back. I remember that was awesome, because the Gary Anderson experiment.
There you go.
Got to stop. We like to stop, man, as we approach the fourth quarter. So let's get some momentum for young Chase Wolf in there.
Need that. That's well needed.
Dude, what happened to my guy, 92? Henningsen or whatever his name was. He started the game he was playing great. Now I don't see him in there anymore.
Hope he didn't get hurt.
Let's block this punt. Get that stadium on fire.
Wisconsin.
Get him hyped up right before jump around. Oh, that'd be huge.
Yeah.
Remember, I was at a game at Camp Randell once. I can't remember what year it was, but the student section started chanting "Stand up, old people" towards the end of the third quarter to get them ready for jump around. Loud and clear as day. It was so funny.
Come on, man. You know this type of stuff they be saying over there. Live.
Well, on a national broadcast, the girl just stands there with her arms folded, and it's like that.
Yeah. We don't care. We're Wisconsin.
AC just came in the chat and says we're all banned from East Lansing, but we don't care.
Yeah, I was going to say that's more than okay. I'll tell you, Mel Tucker is a heck of a football coach. He was Georgia's defensive coordinator before he took that Michigan State job. So I wouldn't be surprised if they keep on rolling, running the football and playing defense like they do.
Oh, yeah, for sure. For sure.
Oh, shit. Remember when I told you there was that contest, the horse contest I've been doing for weeks, and I forgot to enter the last few times?
You still haven't made a pick?
I still haven't entered it yet. Whoops.
Sorry, O'Brien. The origin of this stream is 100% sports gambling. AJ does a lot of horses, though, too.
Oh, no, nothing wrong with that.
Yeah, this all started because it was a big horse racing show.
Okay.
And then now that football's getting rolling, we went with that as we started going on and trying to grow the channel.
I was like, that's a weird. See, that explains the horseshoes. I saw the horseshoes. I was like,
yeah.
He's a Packer diehard, but loves Peyton Manning. I don't know.
I am a fan. Big Peyton's Places on ESPN Plus fan. I don't know if you watched that, but that's a great show too. No, but the Manning cast. How great is that? Have you watched that?
Yeah, I've seen it.
That's a lot of fun.
Great. I think what's great is a lot of people didn't think a lot of these guys have personalities for real, because they seem so dry, in football layman terms. But it's like to see that personality and camera charisma. That's good, man.
Yeah,
that's good.
Well, Peyton did that SNL skit a few years ago. I mean, it was more than
the United Way one.
Yeah, that's so good. That's so good.
Legendary. Just pegging a 10-year-old in the back of the head with a football.
And then make him go sit in the porta potty, and it peeks out and tells him to close the door.
I think seriously, Peyton Manning might be like the next Chris Collinsworth. As far as how he's known with football, and because what he's doing right now, I don't think they'll ever stop this little Thursday night thing that they have. Is it Thursday night or Monday night that they do that? Or Sunday night? Monday night. Yeah, I don't think they're gonna stop that. There's no need to.
Well, they're taking a hiatus for a couple weeks because I think they're only under contract to do 10 games or something.
I got you.
Weird.
Just space them out. Get they want to.
So they're not coming back for another 3 weeks, which now everyone has to watch the regular broadcast, and I think a lot of people are going to be disappointed.
Gotta get back listening to Brian Greasy talk X's and O's. It's terrible, but it's definitely not Eli and Peyton.
Why don't they for this Sunday night Patriots Tampa? They need to bring.
Oh, that'd be huge.
I'll tell you what would be huge: John Madden, Chris Berman.
Oh,
yeah, that would be a legendary cast. John Madden. All these guys that play Madden, I don't even know what John Madden sounds like.
Which is crazy.
Yeah, they don't even know what he sounds like. And he was.
Dude, I remember playing Madden back in the day with Michael Vick and just running 20 yards back. And yeah.
Favorite player because of you can do that. Nobody can do that.
Yeah. Those bootleg passes, play action to work done, jumping off the LG crumpler in the flat, let them rumble a little bit.
I actually, when I was in Arizona, my 3rd year, we played the Eagles. And Michael Vick was like my offensive guy going in. And Joey Porter was my defensive guy going in. So the cool thing is I got to play with Joey Porter, my favorite defensive player, and I was his backup. Then I got to play against Michael Vick, and I got 2 sacks. And after the game, I got his jersey and autograph.
Dude, that's awesome.
Yeah. As a kid, when you're a young guy, you get to see guys you watch on TV. It's just still unreal. You know what I mean? Still, you're in there. I was staring at Joey Porter for mad long. I'm just like, wow, that's Joey Porter. That's Joey Porter.
They feel like, bro, you got to stop looking at me like that.
Yeah. I remember it was about rookie year. I came back off my ACL halfway through the season. I remember we played Minnesota. Brett Favre.
Oh. Ooh.
My coach put me in a game, and it's I got the ball so slow because I was just staring at Brett Favre. Then Chicago got them. Brett Favre right here.
Got him up here with a Nook mustache still from when I was a little kid.
That's a throwback poster, man. We had that classroom at school. I remember that. They had all the read ones too, and they got the little books and telling you to read on the posters.
Yep.
Yeah.
It's funny you mentioned the playing Madden thing and stuff because I used to love playing with the Titans with McNair, Eddie George, Frank Wycheck, that team, dude. Wow. That was my favorite team. Eddie George was my guy, and when I was at SC, I don't even remember what the occasion was, but he was just in LA and came and took a tour, and I seen Eddie George, and I was like, oh, dude, this is cool. Yeah.
Yeah, and he's a good guy.
He's the best dude. It's crazy.
Isn't that the cool thing though? If you see somebody you've been watching or somebody you like as a player, and then you meet them and they're super down to earth and cool. Yep. It's wow. Never would have thought. Never would have.
So I was a big Kobe Bryant fan growing up, most of us were, obviously. So I worked at a gym out here in Vegas before, and he came in one day. And literally there was 3 dudes rotating around him so nobody approached him. And I was on the management staff. So I went up and was like, hey, anytime you guys, because his sister lives in the area. I'm hey, the card, anytime you're in town, just shoot me a text. I'll get him in, no problem. Make sure nobody bothers him. And then just kind of shoot me away. Yeah. But I watched him. He literally just stared right at himself in the mirror the entire time he worked out. Swear to God, the guy didn't blink. Didn't turn his head left, didn't turn his head right. He literally just stared at himself and worked out the whole time. It was one of the most intense things I've ever seen.
That's unbelievable. And I believe it, but it's unbelievable to even to see somebody at that level, their workout.
Yeah.
People would die for that, man. Oh,
they never got Michigan fans doing it.
What is Michigan right now?
I tell you this, even when I play, if we play a team like the Citadel or
Citadel,
after the jump around, those fans are gone.
Yeah.
They're not even, they're they come to the game for the jump around versus the football team.
But yeah, there it is. Crowd's back on fire. Why are Michigan players?
I don't understand. Michigan seems just as into it as anybody.
No, that always happens.
Really?
Always happens. Yes. That always happens. Because that's what I was telling you about the Minnesota game earlier. It's we were playing Minnesota and that jump around came on and it was like their coach on their sideline like started jumping around. And he was like facing us on the sideline, and like my D-line coach, like the short guy, he's like, "What?" So he like gets on the field. He's like on the field. He's like so short, but he's like jumping so high off the ground, and everybody's like going crazy. We're like, it's like a battle. It's like unbelievable, that type of energy. Those night Iowa games, night Michigan games.
Oh,
The teams that is going to be hard hitting and
those Iowa games every year in and year out, no matter where either of us are ranked.
Yeah, it can make your heart stop, man, because it's to the wire. It's like playing yourself. It's the same program, man. Same program.
Off the top had the audacity to come into this chat and say "Go Blue," so we'll kick him out.
Oh,
honestly, like I said, Mario Manningham was supposed to join us. I have not seen or heard from him since he said he was going to come on.
So. We just fumbled. They got it. Yeah. Are you kidding? That concludes my Wisconsin activities for the day. I had to.
So we're turnover differential at home and wonder why we're losing games.
I'm going to have to go on YouTube TV on my app and check out where I'm going. We're shooting some commercials today, guys. You guys need anything for your podcast, let me know. You got some videos, man. I got some editors. I'll hook you up.
No, that'd be great.
Yeah, appreciate it.
Treat on O'Brien Schofield.
We shoot some commercials, you said?
Yeah, we shoot commercials, ads, music videos.
You do pretty much everything from what you've told.
Yeah, man.
He's writing a book. He's doing commercials. He's making a TV show.
That's the next thing.
All while coaching high school football. I can't tell you how incredible
it's like one of those things where it's like I sacrificed my whole life to live my dream. I lived the dream, and that was a sacrifice to continue living the dream. So it's like, this is what I did it for.
Most people would be happy just having that ring on your finger.
Oh yeah, that's
and be done with it. But
yeah, that wasn't good enough, man. I got too many good relationships, and
that Super Bowl wasn't good enough.
Yeah, it wasn't good enough. Let me tell you, if you won that and then you turn right around and did the same thing next year and then lost on the last play, you have beast mode right there.
Yeah, that one had to be tough.
Yeah, that had to have been. I mean, because I think forever enshrined in NFL history will be the Richard Sherman face when that happened.
Yeah,
listen,
and
that was a turning point for the program going the opposite way. Yep.
Well, we talked about the Legion of Boom and those memories. I remember that NFC Championship game against the Packers too, and how as Packers fans that was tough. That was tough.
That was on my birthday. I had just moved to Las Vegas.
Oh my gosh. Bro.
I didn't know anybody. I didn't even know Tyler yet, and I was just like, I was out on my own. I was at like Margaritaville or something sitting up at the bar watching it by myself. And that second half, I was like, all right, I'm gonna need you to start serving me a lot of drinks.
Yeah. I'm gonna tell you this. What is it? Bitakari? Is that his name?
Yeah. Bakhtiari. Yep.
Yeah, I don't like that one. No, he's a good guy, man. He's a good guy, but he's a really good football player.
Yeah, he's
probably one of the best offensive linemen I've ever went against. And I've went against, some Pro Bowlers, man. But this guy, it was like you felt like you had no chance. It's just so big, just in the way. No matter what. It's like you're in the way. You're a nag right now.
You talk about JPP in that NFC Championship game last year. Bakhtiari was out. That allowed him to. Yes. That man ate that game.
Yes. I was even shocked to see Brian Beluga still playing. What is that?
Yeah. He just left Green Bay 2 years ago?
How did that happen?
That's
what I'm saying.
Well, he only played the reason he's still playing is because he typically only played about 8 games with the Packers. So when he played half seasons most of the time.
It makes sense. He was that guy. I know that for sure. It was like that in college when he was at Iowa.
Yeah, he was nice to have there, but you only had him there for half a season typically.
I used to lick my chops when I saw him because I could stick because of college. When we played Iowa, I used to tear him up, and when we was in the league, I used to tear him up. Certain guys, you was like, you were happy. We like, oh, yeah, I played against him in college. Yeah, okay, I remember him.
That's hilarious.
Yeah,
I love that we've just bashed two. Well, one of the Green Bay tackles that we have now, at least, is we know for sure is a guy because we have the word from you. And thankfully we got rid of Balaga. Who clearly wasn't it.
It just and nothing against him as a person. He just always was hurt, man. He was like that in college. He just always something. It's shocking that certain guys get those opportunities. Everybody don't get those opportunities to keep coming back after being hurt, you know?
Yeah.
So that's a good thing.
It did feel like he was always just a kind of an 8-game guy as long as he was in Green Bay.
That's a credit to your Packers. Because that's why, you know, they're just like, if we draft you, you're going to be here. They don't really go heavy in free agency. I don't understand why.
Yeah.
But they never do. They just stick with their draft picks. So if you're solid, you can play 4 or 5 years with the Packers.
Yeah. So, even let Corey Linsley walk this offseason too, which I thought was going to be a huge one. But yeah, there were 3 games in. There's still a lot of football to be played this season.
I mean, shoot, do you remember the emergence of Eddie Lacy? Like, this guy was that's Packers' fault. You know what I mean? I know he gained weight and all that, but that's still Packers' fault.
Yeah, you got to keep a pulse on it. I think I saw some awesome Panda Express memes when he was bulking up a little bit.
Certain guys, like as a head coach, is just like you know your team, you know your personnel. Certain guys is just like you have a tighter rope than others. That's just what it is. Especially if they have the potential, they'll appreciate it later. They'll appreciate it.
Yeah, Packers at running back was always an interesting one because they just like guys there just became dogs like over time,
but didn't know who they were. But,
you
know, when you played them, it's like, man, this
like
guy's
Najee Davenport, Eddie Lacy, Starks.
Yeah,
I mean
Starks. Come on, 44 at running back. What was the other guy? 88. Was that Montgomery that wore 88?
Yeah,
Ty Montgomery. Yeah.
I remember when that happened. I was like, didn't he play wideout at Stanford? And I was like, yeah, he played wideout at Stanford. Was it Ryan Grant came in there for a while?
Ryan Grant, Notre Dame. Ryan Grant,
I remember Ryan Grant. Who else did they have? I was there. Ryan Grant was the big time dog.
Ryan Grant was there he had a good little stint there for a while, being their number 1 guy.
And we throw a Packer. Whoa, this is going to get ugly.
Oh, I didn't see that.
Yeah, you know what time it is. That's why I said that concludes my Wisconsin. I have to do that because it'll affect my Saturday. I'm not going to give that to the Badgers this week. I can't do that.
Unfortunately, but to my benefit, I did bet the Michigan Wolverines plus 2.5.
Oh, so you're feeling good.
So as much as being on this chat wanted to make me root for Wisconsin, being here with you guys, at least at the end of the day, I'm a little bit richer.
Yeah,
so that's nice.
Hey, I get it. I don't bet on the Badgers at all.
I don't either.
Financially, I lost too much money betting on them. So I'll never do it again.
Come the USC game later today. That's where financially I'll take a hit. So at least I'm going to be even after that because
I lost so much money on that first Rose Bowl when Bill went there. I lost money. I was not happy because it wasn't even like a Vegas bet. It was a teammate bet. So it's like all the veterans were coming after me. When I was with the Cardinals, I was like, yeah, man. Oh, yeah, you went to Wisconsin. Yeah. Okay, man, I got 1,000 on that. Yeah, I got 1,000. $1,000 bet just flowing in. You know, you take the numbers, and then it's like you lose. You get a lot of text messages. Hey, man, disrespectful, too. Like, just have my $1,000. Give me $999. singles. And the last one, give me the dollar and pennies. Make sure you get that wrapped up too. Like that is that type of like all the different ways you can pay somebody $1,000. I've done it.
What do you?
10 grand that game, man. Like I was like, yeah.
Well, your USC Trojans are up 10-0 early in the second quarter, so this could be a
Oh,
week.
are we? Oh shit! I forgot the game started already.
Yep. And other bets you got out there, looks like Wake's up 20-17 midway through the third.
Wait,
Texas-
no, I need them more.
My Purdue bet is not looking good.
Well, I mean, realistically, USC should trounce Colorado.
Who is Purdue playing?
Minnesota.
Got you.
Hey, Minnesota loses to Bowling Green at home last week. I figured that would be a no-brainer for Purdue to beat that team down. It looks like they're giving them their chances. They're just not taking advantage of them.
I just don't get how those programs stay the same way for so long. That's what I don't understand. You obviously get an athlete. I just never understood that.
Minnesota's Minnesota. I'm okay with them having their struggles.
Yeah, I mean, I get it. I'm just saying, like, I just never understood, like, if I came into a place, I'm going to research the history.
Yeah.
And I'm going to at least beat what the history is. It don't have to be, like, you know what I mean? Like, the team I'm coaching for now in high school, last year, they were 1-7. So, as soon as we won 2 games, I already felt
progress.
Yeah. Stress is off me now. You know?
Program on the rise, man.
Program on the rise. That's funny. Program on the rise. How about? Oh, I got a good Aaron Rodgers story. How about this?
Oh, yes.
2 Aaron Rodgers stories. First of all, he's one of the biggest trash talkers. Him and Phillip Rivers. While I was playing, him and Phillip Rivers, trash talk kings. Okay. I was out in Arizona with one of my friends, actually the guy that I have the sports agency with, and we're out all night, and we're having a good time. And Aaron Rodgers with us. Have no clue. This is Aaron Rodgers. I'm already in the NFL and everything. I have no clue. Talking and everything doesn't look like Aaron Rodgers. You know what I mean? He's growing his beard out a little bit. Doesn't look. Till we went to the W Hotel. We're at the rooftop having drinks. I'm like wondering why everybody's staring at us, thinking it's me. I don't know.
Yeah.
We're going out on the town in Old Town, and next thing I know, I'm just like seeing everybody like going crazy. I'm like, what is everybody looking at? Like I'm trying to figure it out. And it was like, oh man, they're just looking at Aaron Rodgers. I'm like, where's Aaron Rodgers at? It's like Aaron Rodgers is right there. I'm like, that's not Aaron Rodgers. And I went. I was like, what? Like this whole time, hanging out, don't even know it's Aaron Rodgers. Don't even know. Cool dude though. That, you know what I'm saying? Like that cool. You wouldn't even know. Like you wouldn't even know. And now how he got his hair now, he definitely can be in disguise, man.
Yeah, he looks like a different person this year almost.
Yeah.
He looks real comfortable.
Yeah.
Looks real comfortable. Looks real. I'm not going to be in Green Bay after this year. That's what it looks like.
I think he's going to go be on Jeopardy. I think he might. This just might be his last season in the NFL altogether.
No.
Well, I just don't want to see him in another uniform, is what it is.
It's too much money.
That's true. He does have a ridiculous.
Jeopardy is not going nowhere. He killed that.
Yeah,
that's his.
And they still can't find a host anyway, so job might still be open next to when he does retire.
That's what I'm saying. That's his. He'll just record in the off season and do all of that, but that's his. That's his right there, man. Aaron Rodgers. You know what team that would be interesting to see him with would be the Titans.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Pick your poison with that then. You know what I mean? Like,
dude, Aaron Rodgers and Derrick Henry in the same backfield wouldn't even be fair.
With Julio Jones
and AJ Brown. Come on. That's not even fair. That's not even fair.
Mike Vrabel's mindset as a head coach is.
I love Rabes, man. He seems like the guy. That might bring. Yeah.
Hard nose. I'll tell you who else where Aaron Rodgers would be good at too. I'm not even talking the Saints. I think Aaron Rodgers would do really good if he was with Miami.
Oh, a weapon like Waddle, Devontae Parker, Will Fuller. I mean, Mike Gesicki, amazing.
Put Aaron Rodgers in one weather. Let's see what he does.
Yeah.
In the cold weather, put him in one weather. Let's see what he does.
I was going to say, statistically speaking, he plays his worst games by a landslide in the state of Florida, unfortunately.
Ooh.
But what if he played for a team?
Yeah, that would be the difference.
That would be the difference. And then, I mean, look, Miami was talking about Deshaun Watson still this week. Like, so they're clearly in the market.
Yeah, it's going to happen. After I retired, I went to Hawaii. I was staying there for 2 years. My wife is from Hawaii. So I was out there. Michael Bennett lived out there. I was doing like some football camps and stuff out there. And believe it or not, Tua was out there in high school. I was training with him. Pretty cool.
I was going to say, watching that kid probably sling it. Nice. A lot of fun.
Yeah, man. Yeah, man. Yeah, pretty cool. I met Russell. I was already in the NFL. I came back for a game and Russell was playing. I think it was homecoming. Got a chance to meet Russell Wilson and Barry Alvarez is sweet.
Nice.
Yeah, pretty cool. And then after that, it was next year we were teammates and going to the Super Bowl. The Super Bowl. And he went to the NFC. He went to the game before the NFC Championship his rookie year. Like, that's crazy. This guy's talented, man. He has his own office in the Seattle building.
Of course he does.
Russell Wilson office. Never seen that nowhere else. Russell Wilson's office.
That's why Aaron Rodgers is going to leave.
Yeah, just give him his own office.
I'm telling you. I'm just saying, man, it's just hard. Like, because if you really think about it, a quarterback, like, you're as good as your quarterback. At the end of the day, if you have somebody like Aaron Rodgers and you're not keeping him happy, you're not giving him weapons, you're not protecting him, like, what are you doing? It's people that would die to have him.
Yeah, just about every other team in the NFL would love. I mean, it's an upgrade enough of
Aaron Rodgers with the Raiders.
I would be okay with that. If he's going anywhere, I would be okay with that. Derek Carr is actually playing fine, but I would.
He's playing fine, but
yeah.
Aaron Rodgers and John Gruden's mind, come on.
Hey, you got to sell me on that one. I can tell you that much. I got my Chucky doll here with me at all times. They're in all football games. Got to have it. It's my guy, man. It's my guy.
I'm telling you, man, that I don't even know where else he could go where teams are even good right now. It's not a lot of good teams.
Well,
better
finally happened. Yeah. Of course, my computer is being very slow, and I'm going to try to get him in here, but
he conveniently wants to jump in up 3 scores in the fourth quarter.
Yeah,
very convenient.
I have nothing to say yet.
Ladies and gentlemen, the second Super Bowl champion on this show, Mario Manningham. Welcome, my man.
Hey, what's going on, man? How you feeling?
What's going on?
All right. I was just looking for the nail in the coffin, man, right quick. I was looking for my nail right quick.
That's
how y'all doing, though? Y'all all right?
Yeah, we're okay. I noticed that. It's 3-score cushion is when you want to jump in the conversation. I understand.
Yeah, right. You know it. Just want to make sure.
Hey, with Michigan's history, I feel you.
Man.
Sure,
no, Wisconsin, they ain't too bad themselves, man. Great program.
Yeah. But, I'm talking about Harbaugh, though. Last couple of years, some big games, he let some slip away, man. You guys have always had a talented program. Even with when y'all had Lloyd, man. Gosh, you guys.
Yeah, we were stacked for sure.
Yeah. You guys.
Sure.
Great. What was that? What was his name? Michael Hart? Was that his name, the running back?
Yeah. Mike Hart.
Ooh, yeah. Y'all were crazy back then, boy. Y'all had Steve Breston. I played with Steve Breston in Arizona.
Okay.
Yeah.
So how many years was you in Arizona?
I was in Arizona for 3 years, and then I was on both Super Bowl teams for the Seahawks, and then I was in Atlanta for 2 years. I was in the league from 2010 and 2017. I retired.
Okay, that's what's up. That's what's up. So you got 2 bowls, huh?
No, I went to 2. I got a NFC championship ring because we lost the goal line. Remember Russell threw that pick?
Oh man, don't even remind me about that.
Yeah, yeah. That's what I got the experience to win, and then I got the worst loss you could possibly have.
Oh yeah, likewise.
Yeah, right after that. Right after that.
Yeah, I would say
I don't even know what are we doing on this show.
Yeah,
at this point, Tyler.
I'm just happy to be here. You know, talk some shop with the guys. You know,
that's what it comes down to now, man.
I'm telling you,
Wisconsin let us down today. I'm sorry, Patrick. You let me down. So you know what that means.
Well, of course, my computer is running super slow, but yeah, welcome, Mario, to the show. Excited to have you here. Better late than never, though. Of course, smart move, I would think.
Oh no, you gotta have faith, man.
That's being very strategic. I love it.
No, it's all good, man. But yeah, it's 2 great teams out there. You know, they representing their programs well, man. So, you know, as long as we get a good game, you know, it can't always be close, but it's all good. It's all good.
I gotta ask Mario, when you were in Michigan, did your team jump around with the jump around too when you were at Wisconsin?
Man, that's the first time ever
like we seen them.
I felt that. I felt that. Like we was, you know, it was a TV timeout. Man, they went crazy, man. They went crazy on that jump around. I ain't never witnessed nothing like that.
Well, I looked up that game, and the last time that you played at Camp Randell, it was 3 catches, 118 yards, and a couple of touchdowns. So you did have a few silencing moments in that game.
Oh yeah, you got to shut the crowd up out there ASAP. You have to. You know, if you know anything about, you know, their stadiums, you have to shut the crowd up fast, man.
Hey, I'm born and raised in Wisconsin. My dog's name is Badger, so that probably gives you an idea of how familiar I am with Camp Randell.
Okay, nice. So you've been going there forever, huh?
Yeah, I actually live out in Las Vegas now, so I don't get back home as much as possible, but still follow the team. I mean, it's in the blood. Okay,
nice. Who's your favorite NFL team? Do you got one?
Well, so that's it's a two-point question. Obviously,
you a cheesehead, huh?
No, I'm a cheesehead. However, I'm a big John Gruden stan, and I
yeah.
You know, if he was coaching in Nashville and coaching the Titans, I might be living in Nashville right now.
Oh man, I can dig it. John Gruden, yeah. That's what's their record now?
They're 3-0, and we got Monday Night Football against the Chargers and Justin Herbert.
Oh man, how the Chargers looking?
Good. They beat the Chiefs at Arrowhead last week.
Whoa.
Yep.
Yeah, man. We was up in New York this weekend, and you know, you already know the results.
Yeah.
Hopefully, we come back stronger.
It's just it's a few plays away in the last couple of games. I mean, you know, Danny Dimes is actually playing really good football, if you ask me.
Yeah, he is. He really is. So we've got to keep that up. But man, we need some wins, man. You know how that is.
Yeah, I had the NFC East or the Giants to win the NFC East as one of my futures bets. So I agree with you. They got to get it going and win the division and make me some money.
Say that again.
I think the Giants to win the East was one of the NFL futures bets. So
man, we're gonna have to do some work, man. We're falling from behind right now. But I don't think we didn't play no division games yet, did we?
Nope. Or yeah, the Washington football team.
Okay, yeah. Yeah, it's just been a slow one. Everybody's still trying to get used to the fans being in the stadiums right now, man.
That's got to be a good feeling after playing with no audience.
Oh my goodness.
Season.
Yeah,
especially having to go back now down to the Superdome, their first game back at home.
Yeah, how long has it been? About a month?
Well, it's their first home game this year.
Yep.
Oh my goodness.
And that place is usually working anyways. Nonetheless, after a pandemic, a hurricane, in the first home game of the season.
Yeah, it was on fire last week.
Yeah.
Yeah, for real. Yeah.
So that being said, man, like obviously the Giants have been close. I mean, they could easily have been, they should easily be above 500 this year. A couple close losses. Like what's your outlook for them the rest of the year? Like, what do you think about them going forward?
Just keep building, keep getting better, man. Just practice hard in practice, and try to get ahead right now because that 4 quarters shit it's going fast. So if you want to be a contender or at least try to be a wild card, you can change your face, but you just got to stick to the script. That's all.
Especially in the NFC East, because obviously, I mean, there's a lot of winnable games in that division for them, especially as long as Daniel Jones keeps playing, good football like he has been.
Yeah, we just got to keep doing what we got to do, man. That's all. Just get hot, man. Even if you don't get hot and not make the playoffs, you want to leave the season, gaining from, anything that you can.
Yeah, and you mentioned that. That's kind of why I was riding with the Giants this season in the East because of the way they finished. I mean, they won, 5 of their last 6, and we're right there to get that final playoff spot.
Yeah. I mean, that's man.
So what do you think the outlook for your Wolverines the rest of the year? Is this the year you guys get Ohio State and get the program back where it needs to be?
That's crazy, man, because if you ain't O State or Michigan, you in last.
Yeah.
I understand why you talking to me like that. I get it, you know what I'm saying? But, man, no, I think this might be the year. It might be the year, but shit, we say that every year. You just got to go out and handle your business.
Yeah, and even today, handling business, it's not like, Wisconsin's offense is Wisconsin's offense. However, Wisconsin's defense is very strong, and you guys have been able to effectively run the ball and move the ball consistently throughout the day. So that's a good trajectory sign for you guys, in my opinion.
Yes, it's just got to keep working hard. That's it, man. That's all. Long season.
Well, I got to ask, too, because, we already talked about some Super Bowl moments. And you were part of one of the most unbelievable ones of all time. Actually, you had the catch that set up the play before, I believe, on that drive, if I'm not mistaken, right?
No, it was a couple plays went by, and then we scored probably 5 plays or something like that.
What was the atmosphere like, in that organization going through that playoff run? Because I would imagine, that Super Bowl was crazy. I thank you because you won me a ton of money at the time.
Man, and when people say that, I really don't. I don't give a damn. My fault. I don't care because you ain't cutting me in, player. So it's all good. But no, it was the atmosphere was crazy, man. Like it was crazy, especially playing against Tom, a Wolverine guy. So that was just the best part about it. Man, it was a long stretch. The game felt like it was 8 hours. Just they the whole game. Our Tom. It was just set up first time. He was, it was just, man, it was meant. And it was with Indianapolis.
That's right, it was.
Bunch of things, man. It was a long, crazy game, though. It was, and it was a blue collar organization. We had to wear suits, getting on the plane. It was a lot, man. We got stuck in Green Bay, Tyler.
No, I think I need to hear that story.
We got stuck in Green Bay, and it was snow everywhere, just everywhere for no reason. We got stuck out there for a day or a day and a half or 2 days or something like that. But man, it was crazy. It's cold out there. You out there right now? You in Wisconsin
I'm
right now,
in Illinois. He's in Las Vegas right now.
Oh,
He's
okay.
since
Yeah, I was
moved to
about
Las
to say
Vegas.
it's probably 50 degrees out there right now already.
It's not warm here in Illinois, so I can imagine it's probably not super warm in Wisconsin either.
Yeah. But yeah, it was a pretty wet time, man. But
Well, you got to expect that when you go up to Wisconsin, man, especially that time of year.
So, what's the best cheese? I'm sure you guys know. Like, is it a certain cheese that somebody buy at the supermarket?
It's the one that you put on your head during Packer games. That triangle of cheese that you put on your head. That's the best cheese.
What's Hobie or what's up?
I think I don't know, what is it, Swiss?
Yeah. Hey, yeah, I think it's a Swiss cheese head is what it is. But if you're looking for good cheese, you got to stop at a Quick Trip in the state of Wisconsin and grab some of the cheese curd squeaky cheeses.
Man, yeah, I'm gonna have to put that down.
I don't know how often you get to Wisconsin these days, but you're probably not missing a whole lot.
So since retirement stuff, what have you been up to? We were talking to O'Brien Schofield on the show a little bit earlier. I think he's here. He left. I don't know. I think he's just upset. Oh, there he is. He's been doing? He's coaching high school football. He's writing a book. What have you been up to?
But no, man, just enjoying my family for real. People don't know how much time that is that we put in. Like, oh my God, you don't even understand. Like you with these guys, basically eight months out the year. Like you go home and chill for a couple months and come back. But man, when it's all good, it's all good. But that's what we signed up for, man. But it's so much time consuming that you just want to be around your family right now. Like, and that's it, and enjoy life.
Yeah, that's the key. We'll take your guys' word for it. You guys have Super Bowl rings, talking about working hard, spending time with family. We're on a little bit of different side of the fence.
Y'all, you got any kids? Y'all got any kids?
Yeah.
No kids here.
Ah, that's why.
Yeah,
man, right.
That you don't know. You don't know. Because it's like, as soon as that athlete hat come off, your daddy, your husband, immediately, like,
you going home to get punked.
There you go.
Nah, I'm messing with you, but it's a beautiful thing, man. But it's you don't know how much time you spend away from your family until you wake up. Just wake up and seeing them, and you ain't got nowhere to be. Like, you ain't got no meetings. You don't have any practice walkthroughs. Just none of that extra stuff. I love the camaraderie, of the team, but just being with your family and being away from them, though, like, it's just that's horrible. Knowing that it's
you're away long enough where when you like get back in the groove of things, you got to figure out where you fit in.
Yeah, and man, much as we be on the tube, it feel like damn, we behind in the world, man.
Yeah,
but it's still people wearing bell bottoms. So we ain't.
Yeah, that's how it works, though.
Straight up.
Yeah,
and
that was.
Again, man. Wisconsin's breaking my heart, dude.
Yeah, another Michigan touchdown if everybody turned it to a touchdown.
That's why I do not bet on Wisconsin football or Wisconsin sports.
What's up, Tyler? You over there looking like you put a stack on it or something. What's up?
No, I'm just a fan. I don't bet on the Badgers in any capacity.
Yeah, I wouldn't.
Yeah.
I'm fucking with you. Oh, I'm fucking with you.
No.
I mean, I'm messing with you, motherfucker.
No, you're allowed to, but
you can say whatever the fuck you want. It's fine.
Hey,
right.
I am up for all the trash talk. We talk picks weekly, and I openly invite everybody to come on and talk a little trash with me, whether it's on Twitter or whatever. This troll account called Clown Picks likes to retweet some of my picks that I throw out there. So I'm all for the trash talk.
Man, I can dig it. Y'all talking about Michigan, what Harbaugh gonna do? I don't think have y'all had a winning season since Russell Wilson?
Ooh.
Yes, we have. And we've
my fault.
I think we've been back to the Rose Bowl more than you have since Russell Wilson.
Let me ask you a question. How many BCS games y'all been to in the last 10 years?
See, ain't nobody even talking about that, man.
Oh, okay. Have y'all been to the playoffs yet? Have y'all even been in the conversation? What about a Big Ten championship?
Man, I don't see. You can say that. You got a bowl,
okay.
and you did that. You can say that, man. You feel me?
I was just
That's,
checking.
but nah, it ain't, man.
God,
You right.
Hey, the way y'all wearing Jordan out there, y'all supposed to be Ohio State in this division, man.
I'm glad you know it's O State, Michigan, then whoever else, man. I appreciate that.
No, it's always been like that before the Big Ten championship, because you guys didn't want to play everybody. You know how that works. You didn't want to play everybody.
They throw y'all on the West, man. That's why y'all be running.
Before we even had the conference championship game, it was Michigan, Ohio State. You know why? Because Ohio State didn't play Penn State the same year. They played Ohio State every year. They didn't play Penn State every year.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
I ain't gonna lie, man. I'm from Ohio.
Good this year. We'll get them next year. That's how it was. You know how that went.
Right. Straight up.
But honestly though, like stadium wise and atmosphere, night game.
Yeah, but man, we ain't had our first night games until like 5 years ago or something like that. You know, nice.
Yeah, see. Yeah, we played y'all. I think you might have been there too. You might have. What
year you get there? I got there 05.
I was there 05 to 09.
Oh yeah. We definitely merged into each other for sure. Yeah.
No, I remember you, bro. You was a baller. I was number 50. I was a defensive end. I was the unblockable guy.
Man, right. You go to the scout report room. We got to circle him right here.
That's what it was.
Man, right.
That's what it was. But you guys, man, you guys just had players, dog. You know what I mean? You always had players, though. You might not have had won all the games, but you just had players.
See, that's that game where when we played y'all, they made you go on the other side of Jake. One of them.
No. Jake didn't want none of this. I Thomas every day. Man, Jake nothing. I was with Jake Thomas every day.
Jake was real.
Yes, he was.
Man, hold on. We can't forget about Joe Thomas. Y'all better stop.
That's what I'm saying. Every day. I would get Joe Thomas every day.
Man, them was the two coldest cats, man. That's crazy.
The understudy. But you guys had, I'm trying to think who y'all had at quarterback, though. Y'all had
Henny.
Man, you heard his name every play.
We had Henny. I'm trying to think who else y'all had, though. Y'all had one guy, he was like a running quarterback when y'all had McDuffie or whatever.
So you know the homie Lance.
Yeah.
Smith, yeah.
Lance, man, that was my guy, man. I hate he never got the real opportunity.
Yeah.
That dude's like Reggie Bush, bro.
Dog, that's what I'm from where he from. You know what I'm saying? Dog, he get it in.
Yeah. Like just watching him in practice, we were just like, man, if they just put you in the game, bro. Like,
man,
he was not the Wisconsin running back that we were accustomed to.
Right.
Thick, like can't move. He was thick, like swivel hips.
Like, man, you remember Calhoun?
Yeah.
Calhoun.
Yeah, I played with Calhoun. I played with PJ Hill. I played with John Clay.
PJ Hill, yeah. That was a big dog right there.
Yeah.
John Clay was a big man. That dude was a bowling ball.
And PJ Hill.
PJ Hill, do you remember PJ Hill?
Yeah. That's a business decision. You step in front of him.
Yeah. That's real. That's some Marshawn Lynch stuff. Like,
yeah.
Certain guys that feel like steel poles, and there's certain guys like certain guys are just like no.
Yeah, you tackling him, you biting through your mouthpiece.
That's how Benny Wells was in college. You just steel pole.
Yeah.
Steel pole, man.
I was gonna speak up, but I was just having way too much fun listening to that. Like I could,
Telling you, that was the day. That's when, I ain't biased or nothing, but man, that's when football was, it's nothing. It's still the same game, but it's mentalities, man. You want to put it all out there. Not saying that the kids ain't right now, but man, it meant everything in the world. Like, man,
everything.
It meant everything, man. That's why, you know.
Is that just saying you was completely bought into your program? Like you believed in it? And
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Everybody don't do that. But when you believe in it, it's everything in the world, man.
It definitely is. Like, it definitely is, man. Straight up.
It's a lot of people that dream to do something, and then once they're living their dream, say, "Man, I don't feel like going to work today." But you're living your dream. You know what I'm saying?
But,
you're fighting not to be that person.
Yes.
This is what I want to do. Yeah, it's gonna be some down days, but at the end of the day, this is what I wanted to do, though.
Exactly. You got to suck it up.
Yeah, and if you can't suck that up, then imagine doing something you don't want to do. That shit's not happening.
Man, right. Right. So how you feel if you was in high school and you feel me, you can chime in or YouTube or whatever, YouTube your own self, see how dope you is. You know, like, you know what I mean? Back in the day, right now, man, dog, it's just, man, I'm so glad. Like,
I might not have went in Wisconsin.
Man,
man. USC or like Clemson or Florida, I might have been somewhere like that.
Yeah. I ain't gonna lie, I still would have been go blue.
No, I knew, even though I was in Chicago, I knew nothing of Wisconsin. I knew nothing. My whole family was SEC, all that. So
well, how you know you would have had the career you had though?
Oh, there? Because I played a different position. I was a receiver, bro. 6'3", 220, 4'4". I was a receiver. I got to play defense.
Yeah. You know, so you played receiver in high school?
Yeah. I was recruited by Clemson, Florida State. I had some schools, Iowa, Penn State. Play receiver, but I chose to play defense.
Wow, man. But that was the best thing for you. You panned it out. You worked it out for sure.
It was. I was just seeing these guys. I'm like, bro, I just don't want to. I'm looking at the quarterbacks too. I was like, I just don't want to pin on somebody getting me the ball, bro. My career is dependent on like, somebody getting me the ball, somebody liking me.
That's why you got to have a quarterback like Chad and not a quarterback like, what was y'all quarterback at Wisconsin?
We had John Stocco. We had Dustin Shear. We had we had Tyler Donovan.
Yeah.
Man.
That is a blast from the past there. That
was a lot of quarterbacks in Wisconsin. I don't even Scott Tolzini, he was really good for us.
Scott Tolzini.
Yeah, you ever told
man,
me?
The one that went to San Fran?
Yeah, he was in Indy.
Peyton Manning for a little bit too.
Yep.
And he backed up Aaron Rodgers.
I played with him at San Fran, I think.
Okay, yeah. He was in
Scott
San Fran,
Tolzini.
he was in Green Bay, and he was in
yeah, that's him. Yeah.
Yep. That's crazy.
That's crazy.
But y'all had a defense though. That was a thing. More than anything, y'all had a defense, bro. Y'all had Brandon Graham. Y'all had people.
We had Alan Branch. Yeah. We had Dave Harris. We had Prescott Burgess. We had Leon Hall.
Who was a savage for years with the Jets.
Who?
You David Harris, a linebacker, right?
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Yeah, he played for the Jets.
You can depend on Dave. If you get somebody one-on-one and it's up to Dave to tackle him, man, he's coming down. He was so fundamental, dog. Like, he worked hard.
That's not even a fair defense when you really think about it. You look at some guys in NFL's career.
We had Lamar Woodley.
We had Lamar Woodley.
We had
he was okay.
We had Don Crable. We did.
Y'all had people, bro.
We did.
People.
That year we was deep.
Yeah, y'all had people, man.
Yeah.
Well, I could listen to this shit all day long. I just messaged Tyler. I'm like, dude, what are we even doing here?
right.
Hey, I'm just listening to a couple of Super Bowl champions chat it up. I don't know what else they need to be doing.
As the host of the show, like we should be like asking questions and doing the whole thing, but I was like, nah, this is way too much more.
Yeah.
No, man.
Let me listen to them talk shit about.
I appreciate you guys reaching out to me, man. I've been talking to nobody, and I don't know how long. Nobody wants to hear about my Wisconsin anything.
I'll listen to you tell stories about your days in Madison anytime you want to tell them.
And not knowing who Aaron Rodgers was for the whole night.
We had a hot tub, right? We had a hot tub and a cold tub, and it was kind of like a pool. It was like a mini pool at the time. Look, way worse than what they had. Like they got some great stuff now. You know what I mean?
Like the little silver
But it wasn't a silver one. It was like an actual like little pool though. It was a pool, but it was like real small. You know what I'm saying? It was like 3 feet, and it was like cold tub. So like after practice and stuff like this, we used to do like a baptism. So yeah, if you got yelled at, if you got like nicked up at all, like it'd be guys in the cold tub and they'll be like standing there, and you have to go there and you have to like turn around and fall backwards. And then like catch you in the air like this and like drop you in the cold tub, be like fully submerged in the cold tub and like playing drums on the wall.
Man,
crazy. We were nuts in Wisconsin.
I'm telling you, them camp days, I know y'all got creative.
City black boys, what do you do with that?
Right.
Country black boys, we're going crazy over here. We're trying to figure out everything, man.
So I got to ask the important questions. Like with me wearing the Under Armour swag, we talked about the Jordan brand with Michigan now. Are the respective universities still sending you guys care packages and of Under Armour and Jordan swag? Yes, sir. I figured as much.
No. I'm putting
not.
I would. Yeah, that was a no. They're
I'm
not.
out of my eyes. I don't want to tell nobody.
Man,
Peeler, wherever you at, Peeler, if you still
Yeah.
there, I need gear, man.
Give this man some swag.
Big John, I need some gear.
That's it.
We need
What
some
are
gear.
we doing, guys? Like, what are we doing
need
up
some
there?
gear. Nah, it's just I'm blaming on everything going on. I usually get some gear in the mail. I gotta buy my own hats though. The hats like the fitteds.
Yeah.
I get t-shirts, a golf shirt every once in a while.
I got some issue gear yesterday from my high school. This is a rich high school, man. I was blown away. I felt like I was in college again.
Man, it make you want to wear it on Friday.
Yeah, right. When do you get free stuff, man? You don't get free stuff no more.
Man, I'm telling you. They don't know nothing about that.
Free stuff all the time to not getting nothing free. Ever.
Man.
That's hard.
Yeah, man. I'm telling you. You could just go in there and grab a hoodie right quick,
We grab something.
Before you leave, they're gonna put your number on the tag though.
Hey, best NFL team, organization, Seattle Seahawks. No budget in the medical room, no budget in the equipment room, no budget in anything. There's no budget. So you went in there every day, you get a brand new hoodie, you get a brand new whatever you want, brand new gloves, brand new socks. He'll tell you, you wouldn't even believe this, but most teams, you ain't got hole in your socks, you're not getting new socks.
That's
not
right.
happening. All
That's
that
why
money.
you gotta learn how to sew.
You know.
I'm telling you.
Yeah, Arizona. When I got to Arizona, man, they're still giving us Reebok stuff. Think about that. And then league was at Nike already, and they were giving us Reebok socks, and yeah, I was like, oh,
Them juveniles.
yeah, they don't care about us here.
Man.
I see that already. But look, guys, I gotta run. Hey, I think y'all been having me on. I got a meeting in like 30 minutes. I got to jet.
No,
man, get out of here.
So much time.
But
All
look,
right, I'm about to
let's
get
do
on the phone
this
too.
again, though. We got to do this for the Minnesota game. I'm willing to get on.
I'm in. Let's see if we can
We're
get
done.
somebody from Gopherland on this.
Okay, man. Let me know.
Man,
100%.
Pull up your stats. We can talk about stats when we play Minnesota next time.
Ooh, that's huge.
We could do that. I ain't got that long though.
I don't think you know who I was in college, bro. You don't want to do that.
I'm about to go check you out.
These stats are crazy. I was second behind your boy by half a TFL in the nation with 24 and a half TFLs, 12 sacks.
Damn, you was out here like
Yeah. Minnesota game senior year.
You ever sacked Chad? Man, how many times you sacked Chad?
Chad, I didn't. He was there when I was a young guy, so he wasn't there when I was like playing.
Yeah, so the one chance you would have had to sack Chad Henne, he was actually injured, and Ryan Mallett came in that game.
I remember Ryan Mallett.
You talking about that 92-yarder?
Yeah, that's the game where you had 113 yards and 2 touchdowns.
Yeah.
That man had a cannon on him. That man could throw a football.
No, he could throw the football.
Yeah, his arm was before his time for sure.
Yeah.
For sure.
All right. Well, if you guys want to hop back on anytime, I can pull some numbers, get some stats cranking, and we can discuss
we can
about
do
it.
that.
We will battle.
Yeah.
Bring up
Man, for
highlights,
sure. We
too.
could do that.
I got some highlights. I got my stuff in the vault. I mean,
We
we
could
can refresh anybody's memory. I'm always happy to be a Badger.
we can do that for sure.
Yeah, that'll be fun, man.
I
It
love
will, for sure. For sure.
Hold on, bro. You was like number 82, right?
Man, that is nah, you can't it's 86.
86.
The slimy 86, man.
Okay. No, I remember, bro, y'all had receivers. I played with Stevie Bresson in Arizona. So I remember like all the guys y'all had.
Man, you play with them when they all had 1,000?
No, I came there 2 years after that.
Dog,
They had Kurt Warner.
that's the first time like they had 1,000 yards, dog. Like that's crazy. Like that is unheard of.
Hey, I'm gonna try to get Richard Sherman on here too next time. He just signed too. We're gonna get him on here to talk about Stanford. You're gonna hear some real shit. You're gonna hear some real stories.
Oh yeah, he had Harbaugh.
Yeah, you hear some real stories.
Right.
He'll give you stories.
Hey, I'm all in on having Richard Sherman jump on. I'd love to hear what he's got to say.
Super cool too.
For sure. But
Yeah,
yeah, y'all
Especially being a big USC show like we are.
Yeah.
Yeah.
My pride hurt right now, guys. So I gotta get off of this thing. They keep flashing 38-17 on my screen. I don't like it.
Man.
Of course, it's gonna be Brady Quinn too. Doing that.
Perfect head of hair that he's got.
Perfect hair.
Yeah, man.
He's doing it. You know what I mean? I wish I could be up there.
Man, let me ask you one question. Man, who you think was the coldest college team ever?
The 2001 Miami Hurricanes.
Sean Taylor.
Sean Taylor was the backup to Ed Reed and Mo Sykes on that team.
And Antrell Roll.
Yep.
Buchanan.
Was Devin Hester on that team?
Will Falk. Did they have Will Falk?
Yeah, so Will Falk was 01. Actually, Antrell Roll would have been a freshman in 02, so it would still have been
I remember seeing about that. And they had Frank.
They had Clinton Portis?
Yes.
Yeah.
The depth chart was Clinton Portis, Frank Gore, Willis McGay.
Portis.
They had Winslow, dog.
By far.
They had Roscoe Parrish, dog.
Yeah.
Yo, they had Andre Johnson was at
Andre Johnson, dog. They had Sonoris Moss.
Yeah. Jonathan Vilma and DJ Williams. Yeah.
Clinton.
that has to be the greatest roster. Yeah.
So y'all think USC?
No, I'm going USC. I'm biased, but
No, I know, but man, you know Steve Smith, he the homie. So
no, I get you. I think I'm even looking at NFL careers too. It's hard to ignore that too. Like what they did next level too. That just makes
all of them. Oh, for sure.
Yeah, that makes it crazier because you're just like, yo, we got mad Hall of Famers on that team. We got Hall of Famers on that team, not just players.
That's crazy, man.
so does Pittsburgh, but what do they do?
But look, that's a good stat to look up. How many Pro Bowlers went to Miami? Like,
oh man,
how many Pro Bowlers
Thousands.
just from that team? Just from that team?
Again, thousands.
Yeah, it's kind of close.
Well, that's like, you look at the state of the Miami Hurricanes now, and Ed Reed is on that coaching staff. He's their safeties coach, and like I think he has a position in recruiting too. I can't imagine a lot of that performance sitting well with him.
Yeah, that's man. It's rebuild. You got to rebuild somewhere.
Yeah.
You got to
start. It's hard as a coach too after you play because you realize like all you can do is coach. There's nothing I can do other than coaching. I can't go out there and do it. You know what I mean? I can show you highlights of how to do it, but I can't do it.
Yeah, and I mean we've all seen that halftime speech against Florida State when they're up and he's banged up, and Joaquin asks him if he's all right, and we've all seen that speech, and I'm like, how is he on that staff and not just lighting those guys up?
Yeah,
man, your boy though, man, he got Pro Bowlers for days though. Y'all, come on, y'all got to look at USC back when they had Mike Williams and all them boys.
Oh yeah.
No, for sure.
You feel me? They had Lindell.
But I'm just saying, for me, it just trickles over to the NFL. Like,
I know. Let me throw it out there. Let me throw a couple because you feel me.
Yeah.
Man, it's man. Think about it. Think about it. They had Steve Smith. They had Dwayne Jarrett. They had Eric Wright. Man, they had what all three linebackers? Cushion.
Cushion, Clay Matthews, Ray
Like
Maluga.
you feel me? Come on, like they had cats, man. Like they was deep. Like they was deep.
Oh, they were definitely deep because in Seattle, like all the backups to those guys were in Seattle when I got there.
Right, and you wonder why y'all still getting gear.
Yo, Pete Carroll had his whole UFC staff actually.
Man, right.
Kenny Norton, all those guys, man.
Man,
yeah, I gotta go, man. Thanks for having me on.
Yeah, man, me too. We can link
next week. Back on.
Hey, bro, I'll hit you on IG, bro.
All right, yeah, for sure. Or on Twitter. Hit me on Twitter.
Okay, I got you.
Yeah, bet.
Thanks, Tyler. Thanks,
AJ. Good looking out, man.
Thanks, man. Appreciate having you on. We'll have you back for Wisconsin, Minnesota for sure.
Let's do it.
All right, let's go. Well,
that was awesome. You put that together in less than 24 hours, and it went a lot better than I expected it to.
And honestly, yeah, when Mario told me at halftime he was coming on, and he shows up. That whole thing was just ridiculous. And listen to those guys, and once they got into like going back and forth between like Michigan and Wisconsin, I was like, I'm not stopping this. I'm going to let that go. Just imagine if we get both of those guys, Richard Sherman.
Oh, yeah. If we can do like, not even like a live watch along, just like sometimes they jump on with us on Friday and just talk.
I would just put them on and just let them go. Like, fuck it.
Yeah. I mean, we should probably outreach to, if we want to do Texas, Oklahoma next weekend, see if they have any Longhorns or Sooners connections that are close. I'll look at some rosters that they were on and see.
Yeah. Well, so if you've been in the chat, if you're watching this back, and I highly suggest, I'm going to tell people you need to watch at least the last segment back.
Yes.
Because that was, that's the most entertained. That was more entertaining than the game by a lot.
Landslide.
Yeah. We had the most entertaining part of the Michigan-Wisconsin game in the fourth quarter for sure. Yeah, that was a good time, dude. O'Brien Schofield is the coolest. How cool is that guy?
Yeah. Do you want to run down and some update on your picks that you have?
No, because I seen USC was 27 last time I looked at half.
Wake just scored a TD to go back up 7. I lost Minnesota Purdue. It looks like I'm going to hit the over in that game. Obviously covered Georgia, and Texas covered 4. They won by 5. So it was a salvageable morning slate for me. So I would fade me the entire afternoon would probably be the best thing.
I got to find out. Okay, so UL Monroe, 28-3, they're losing, but I'm getting 33. So
you're still technically in good shape.
I don't know. Hopefully, Rich Rod can figure that out in the second half. That was the whole basis of that bet, was going to be like, it's Rich Rod. He can score points. Yeah. They could stay within 33, but apparently it's looking like it's not going to be that.
Tennessee 62-24.
Ouch.
Matt Corral opens up with a completed pass, and Ole Miss is already at midfield.
Hell yeah. Let's go, Kiffin.
All right, I got to jump to take Badger out. It's always a pleasure.
Yeah, this went a lot longer than I thought it was gonna.
But warranted, more than okay. On that,
when O'Brien Schofield was like, "Hey, I'm just gonna be on for the whole game."
Yeah.
Like, all right.
Who are we to kick him out? If you want
Not gonna end it there. Mario Manningham comes in when it's a blowout. We shouldn't be talking about the game anymore. That was fun. That I had a good time doing that.
So yeah, let's peek the schedule a little bit. Obviously, we still have a full day ahead of us, but I'm thinking Oklahoma, Texas might be the one we jump on and chat through next weekend, and I'm sure they have plenty of NFL alum around.
Yeah, well, shit, we'll see what happens, and honestly, it seems like a lot of these guys want to come on because I reached out to both those guys, and they both were gung ho about doing it. So we'll see what kind of network we can build here. But that was a great time. We'll try this again, maybe a little bit more organized next time. But again, we decided this last night at about 8:00. So
yeah, and we got it done. So
yeah. And went the whole game. I thought we'd just do like a half.
yeah, well, the conversation was flowing. We were hearing stories back in the day, a little bit of trash talk. I'm here for the trash talk.
Yeah, that was a good time. Him not knowing who Aaron Rodgers was.
Yeah,
hanging out with him the whole night. That's awesome. Well, thanks everybody who tuned in during that. We had some pretty good peaks there as far as viewership goes, and we still got some people there. Hit a like and subscribe on the channel, and we will see you guys next Friday for show us some TDs where we'll give you the picks, and then hey, it looks like we're gonna be doing another live stream tomorrow on Saturday, because that was just too much fun not to try it again.
Yes, it was. And if we can get circulation between folks coming in and out, that would be fantastic too.
How about Richard Sherman maybe coming on?
That would be awesome.
But what are we doing? This is stupid. Yeah.
That pretty much sums us up, though. I mean, that's the entire thing. Like, if you ever watched us wrestle together, you probably said, "Okay, this is stupid."
This is stupid. That's what most people said about the BFFs out in Vegas, and I'm sure they're watching now and saying, "Wow, this is stupid."
Yeah, not much has changed.
Good luck, everybody, for the rest of the day and tomorrow. We'll send out our picks tomorrow on the DGen Twitter as well. Hopefully, we do well again. And for myself, my good buddy Tyler Cintron, we will see you guys next week.
See you, everyone.